Right.
All right, we're live. Episode 15.
This is what that sounds like going live. What up, everybody?
Talking Seaweed Podcast. Our guest Jedi of the Ganja Shaman joins us this week.
What up, y'all?
So I have a question. Is he the coolest named guest we have so far?
I think so. I
think when you go through what we've done up until now,
it's been pretty basic.
Full name. What's your full name?
Full name Jedi Kush.
Jedi Kush.
First
I like
Jedi.
it. I have a friend named Coach Kush. You guys should meet. Are you guys related?
We must be. Anyone with the last name Kush, man, that's their. That's
Are you also from Nepal?
I'm not from Nepal. No. Maybe a part of me is spiritually.
But you're definitely a little bit of you, Kush.
Yeah, that's it.
Listen,
man.
Mr. Kush.
and then Mike goes by Calco Kush. We got Jedi Kush and Calco Kush running the Ganja Shamans. So.
Okay.
I like it.
And have you guys smoked Jedi Kush?
The Kush family.
Have we smoked Jedi Kush? I don't think so.
Specific strand?
No, I don't believe so.
No shit, man. It's an old school strand. Probably came out like 10 years ago.
Oh no, I know what it is, but I've never smoked it.
Oh, it's great.
Why? Do you have some?
I don't have any on me, but we got some fresh coming.
Well,
all right, cool. So
speaking of strains,
I was just gonna say, yeah. Why don't we get into that?
we got a new blog on our website every Tuesday. We're gonna put out a blog
Every Tuesday.
Where it's a strain review with our buddy Judge the Disciple. It's called I'll Be the Judge of That.
He's
and
a super weed nerd. It's going to be awesome.
He is a super weed nerd. So the first
Best
strain.
types of nerds.
Right? Best kind of nerds.
First strain he reviewed this week was called Miss USA. So he left us a little nugget to smoke. So we'll roll that up right now. You can check out the blog. He gives an in-depth review.
TalkingCB.com.
He nerds out. Yeah, Miss USA.
That must be some pretty weed.
It's
yeah, exactly what I said here. It's a strawberry banana #1 cross with kosher dog.
No kidding.
From DNA Genetics and the Crockett Family Farms.
Crockett kills it.
So see, you're familiar. So I mean, here we got the blog review.
Crockett and Tangy, man.
So we got the review up there if you guys want to check that out.
That's
too.
on your guys' website.
Yep,
I've actually had a lot of DNA is really good. I've gotten some seeds from them. I've always had really good.
Oh, for sure.
Always.
DNA Dan and Aaron, the DNA crew.
DNA like
from Crockett
Genetics.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's. I don't know.
I think they're from overseas.
I know that was from both of them. I guess.
No kidding.
That's what Judge told us.
Two legends coming together,
right?
man.
Crazy.
There must be some fire right there.
Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I appreciate that a lot too. It's always a blessing to smoke new strands of ganja and to be able to actually.
Right?
Yeah, the idea of his blog is kind of just some local growers that he knows, but that are native to this area. See the best weed that's kind of in our area, small batch weed, kind of. You know.
So if you ever want anything to get reviewed,
weed, if you'll say, you know.
Oh yeah, we got some stuff in the future.
Yeah, man. If you got some stuff, dude, let us
know,
man.
You know, whatever he'll
all
do
that
his
stuff.
thing, he'll nerd out on it. That should be
fun.
And
he'll be a super nerd about it. I can't wait to give him some of my weed.
Right on. The name is interesting, so he must put some good thought into it.
Right.
Yeah, very good. The blog's dope though. Did you read it? What's today? Wednesday. So did you read it? I read it yesterday.
This is the first one. He's gonna do a bunch more. He's all about it. I'm glad he's feeling it. It's something he doesn't do all the time, but it's something he's like, oh, okay. I always told him, you always nerd out about weed. To me, just one-on-one, like just write it down. Right. Write it down, dude. You know what I mean? Like write it down.
Yeah, because when it comes down to people actually trying to get into the depth of the experience, it's good when somebody who can write well kind of spells it out for you.
And
so
someone who knows, because I smoke weed
absolutely.
all day, every day, but I wouldn't know, like, by smelling it and tasting it that it's, it's heavy in these types of terpenes, and it should be, thus, giving an elaborate explanation for people who might be looking for something specific, whereas I'm not necessarily.
Totally.
But
you're just trying to get high.
Right. Yeah. And, there's people that, like, on all different levels of that spectrum.
Totally.
Oh yeah, he gets into like touch, like first glance, like everything. He goes through the whole process, man, like all the way through, like how it tastes, how he's making it feel. You know what I mean? Right. So he'll start like, I'm looking at it and this is what I think, and then I feel it and this is what it feels like.
Right.
And I'm smelling it and it smells like this. So he's giving you like a full. You feel like you kind of smoked it. Like I feel like I kind of know about Miss USA. I can't wait to see.
He was, he told me today. He actually came by today, so he was telling me that he's like, I wrote the first couple sentences. I broke it up. I wrote a couple more sentences, and every the process throughout getting high, he just wrote a little bit more each time.
That's so dope.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be a really cool blog.
That's
really cool.
essentially in plant spirit shamanism. That's essentially what you do to connect to the plant. Is you go through, you taste a little bit, you feel it, you try to listen to it, and you go through each sense, and you try to kind of download it prior to actually consuming it. So he's actually doing that with cannabis right there, which is really cool.
I love how listen to it was like the sense we talked about.
Right.
You gotta listen to it.
Just hold it and close your eyes and try to listen, I guess.
What
right?
am I supposed to do with all this?
What am I supposed to do with all
call?
this?
Yeah, exactly. You see me out in the streets with 2 nugs like this.
Just out here making phone calls. Making phone calls all over them.
Say, ET phone home, man. Give me the weed.
So why are we doing this? Why don't we take this awkward pause right now to segue into tell us about the Ganja Shamans. Tell us, what you guys are about. What's the movement about?
Ganja Shamans
to someone,
is...
who just has no idea who you guys are.
Absolutely.
Explain to someone who's never heard of you.
Explain to these people.
Absolutely. So basically, we
Explain
started
to the
out...
bright light.
I'm looking into the UFO over there. I'm all
Here,
worried
give them
about... worried about getting abducted by that thing. But so Ganja Shamans is essentially now is more of a movement. It was originally a delivery service that we had started up back when Leafly was still running.
Yep,
And
those
now,
are the good days.
Those are the good days, absolutely. And now we kind of just transitioned it into more of a concept, a movement, and a philosophy. And then we have Shamans Consulting, Shamans Commodities and Consulting, which is kind of working with the apparel and different crystals and different aspects of things we try to mix into the Ganja Shamans delivery service.
Cool.
You guys don't have rally towels, do you?
We don't, do we?
Oh.
Need to. We
No.
totally need those,
Well,
though.
here, you can have this one. How's that?
There you
I
go.
appreciate it, man. Pink's my favorite color, too.
Is it really?
I was going to give you the choice.
No,
but-
it's no, but
You can take
What's
pink
your
or blue.
favorite
You want
color?
Pink or blue?
my favorite color is green. No, this works
want
great.
pink
I'll
or
find
blue?
it.
You
Dude,
sure?
some girl will love this one day.
They
You know
will.
what I'm saying? That's once I get it dirty,
I mean,
But so Ganja Shamans now is, like I'm saying, is more of a movement, and it's just more of a promotion of the philosophy of getting a little bit deeper into the cannabis experience and kind of spreading the more personal, transformative aspects of cannabis and how to heal ourselves with it. Because in this time, me and Mike kind of both talk a lot about what's going on in our culture. And there's a lot of bullshit going on with Big Pharma. There's a lot of bullshit going on with the food we're eating.
yep.
And there's a lot of bullshit even going on now in the cannabis industry, which is interesting in the sense of, all these big name corporate entities are kind of taking the personal, smaller family farms out of business out in California.
Yep.
And so we're trying to kind of represent that original, grow it yourself, get into it, love it, spread it, share it.
That's why a lot of
spread the
people have a
vibes.
problem with it legalization, though, is because, as DL would say, my buddy DL, he goes, it didn't go out. I was like, he would say, government, he goes, weed's like for the people, by the people, not for the people, not by the people, for big government. Like, let's, and now it's becoming that way.
That's what we're getting. Yeah, we're absolutely getting that. I'm kind of on the same.
So it's like, I was happy,
Totally.
I'm happy that,
guy.
people who weren't able to
Fight
get
back,
weed
man.
can go, like the older lady or something who was, didn't know, was hesitant to ask somewhere. I'm glad she'll be able to go into a store and feel comfortable.
Totally.
But at the same time, like, I was content with decriminalization right there. I was
right.
like, good. I was like, once I don't go to jail
Yeah,
for it. Like,
decriminalization was what I
absolutely.
wanted. I wanted it to be like, leave me alone.
Right.
Not
And that
your
was
business,
close
what
to
I do.
what we were
And
getting.
I feel like there was a way to be like, listen, under, this many pounds, we don't give a shit. But
Right.
like, don't get ridiculous.
Right,
And
right,
that way
right.
you can kind of push out the people that were obviously the ones that we weren't looking for.
Criminal organizations.
Yeah, the criminal
and
organizations that were
totally.
making tons of money
The
off
mafia
of weed. You know what I mean?
and all that. Yep.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
put it- I know.
What assholes.
We all have smoked that garbage herb off the streets.
And it is, and it's
that's
garbage, dude.
just
it's all
pumped.
pesticides.
Oh,
it's fucking gross,
it
man.
is,
It's
man.
so bad.
It's
It's called
And
street
people-
weed around here. We call it street weed, and we have Professor Joe Dalton review it on his on his show. It's
Well,
pretty
he must be quite the guinea pig. Man. You be careful smoking that shit.
Well, see, he doesn't smoke it
No,
ever,
see,
and the
yeah,
thing
right.
the thing is
Joe
like
Dalton doesn't
he
smoke
doesn't
that
even,
shit.
he'll just vape like his own weed that he grows, but he's like,
Right.
for the sake of education, I'll take a puff. That's
Right.
why I love him. Like he's it's
Yeah, he'll
fucking
take
hilarious.
one puff, and you're like, you're lucky he's taking that
Yeah.
puff.
Well, at
That's
least
street weed.
he's trying to take a step into it. To
He's an
figure it out
organic
for-
grower, and he doesn't like not smoking weed that he doesn't know what's in it because
Yeah,
he's a
right
really
on.
health conscious guy.
It's
And
funny.
that's-
Do you
that's
notice
how it
that?
should
Do you
be.
notice the people that grow their own are like, what's in it?
Yes, and
Whereas people that don't grow are like, I don't give a fuck. Give it to me.
Right.
right. And my theory on that is that when you grow, you kind of unless
just tasty.
unless you're just throwing seeds in the ground and kind of just like hoping on a good prayer that something happens for you, you got to really delve into understanding things like nutrients,
Yep.
understanding things like water purity,
Mediums.
understanding all types of pH, medium.
pHs,
So Joe does a show for us on all that stuff.
Yeah, we have a show
Intro to
about that
Grow
too.
Show.
Right
So,
on.
that's
What's that
also
called?
on our website. It's called Growing in the City.
Right on.
That you can find that on our website too. It's
We should
actually a
make sure
weekly.
it's just say we got a show for that.
Yeah, we do have a show for that, and
Growing in the city. I
yeah,
like that.
it's a weekly series. So right now, I think we're 5 parts in of 7. So
Right on.
it's he said, talked about the grow space, then seeds and clones, and then water, and then humidity and air, and soil, and
Strain
tools,
selection.
and shopping local, and all
Right.
that sort of stuff. So
Right.
All
if
the
you're
fun
just
stuff.
getting started, it's kind of aimed towards amateur growers, so it's probably
Uh-huh.
not something that you might need. But for
Still
people
good
who
to
are
check
just
it out.
getting
always
into,
good.
but for
'cause
people who are just
yeah,
getting
dude.
into it, for sure, like I learned a lot because I'm not a grower, you know what I mean?
Right,
and
right,
like
right.
I was recording with him, just recording it, and I'm picking up all the stuff. I feel like I went to school,
Right,
So,
And so you can see, when you start to wrap your mind around it, you're kind of forced to understanding things that maybe the populace doesn't normally think about.
Yeah,
And
a
then
lot of
that-
things, man. A lot of things
Oh,
go into it,
100%,
which is funny
100%.
because it's amazing how underground it still is, even with the legalization movement going all over the country. I mean, I
Right.
feel like there's going to be most of the country is going to start going this way because
Right.
everybody's going to be like, shit, we're not going to be the last ones doing it.
Totally.
But the South is going to be like, we're going to be the last ones doing it.
Totally, of
But
course.
once they start switching over their crops, watch how happy watch how education improves. Watch how everything improves.
Totally.
Just your economy will improve.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because now these kids, these high school kids, they have a cooler job they can go do for no money.
Right, right.
Like this, you know what I mean? Because that's what it is.
And then include hemp in that picture too. And you
Oh
have
my
a
goodness, dude!
huge-
About
Exactly,
Kentucky,
Kentucky.
man.
I heard
all
Maine. I
about
heard
it.
Maine just.
Yeah,
Is
Maine's
that
on
true?
it.
I don't know if that's true. I
Yeah,
didn't
they
fact
are.
check
They,
it,
I
but-
think I was also told. I'm not a
kidding.
lawmaker. Fuck you. We're not lawyers.
Right.
Don't.
Jedi might be. You're not a lawyer. right?
Jedi's definitely
No,
a lawyer.
I've
he's
tri-
not in
I-
this universe, but he's like
Somewhere else, yeah. I have
in the Marvel
represented-
universe. He 100% has a law degree.
That's it.
That's
I
his
have,
power.
And I have represented myself at certain times when the heat was pressed on me. For
Are you a
cannabis.
represent yourself kind of guy?
If it's the right time to do that,
Or
There's
like,
certain-
or like through the mouthpiece of a public defender, you're like, just give me whoever.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like when truth speaks, even people who are like judges, the science is there now. So
Right.
when you're defending your right to
When you
to
get the
medicate,
truth behind you, yeah.
You can't
it's-
lose.
Exactly, and you don't feel that fear. You kind of and even if the
And they
worst
feed
happens,
off that confidence of yours too.
Right.
Totally. And you realize you're like, you know what? Even if this machine tries to punish me right now, I know that this is gonna drive me to fighting even stronger. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna help even more people understand what this plan is and not go through that.
Have you ever seen Rage Against the Machine live?
I actually
Have you ever
haven't.
raged against the machine?
I do love Rage Against the Machine, and I feel like I'm a contained Rage Against the Machine, and Ganja is an instrument almost of Rage Against the Machine because I feel like it unplugs us from a lot of the things in culture that kind of distract us from our true selves,
I like that. I like that a lot.
That was a really
There's
good
a few
answer. I
puns
just
in
needed
there.
to
There's a
sip
few
water at
puns
the
in
same
there too.
time.
He snuck a few puns in there.
That's it, man. That's it.
I liked it. He's a punsman.
Right.
You guys
See how
gotta
he
like-
answers the questions later.
Oh yeah, of
There you
course.
go. Appreciate that, my friend.
So all right, let's go to this. So our next segment's called "What Did You Bring Us?" So let me kick it off with "What'd you bring us?"
Let me follow it up with, what did you bring us?
Oh, interesting. We got a strain called Ryan's Revenge.
Okay.
Nice.
And it is it's Blissful Wizard
Okay.
cross Grimace OG. And
Grimace OG, I've heard of. Blissful Wizard, I have not. Tell me about them both.
I believe I am not the grower, but I believe that Blissful Wizard is cookies cross. 2 different types of cookies. Not quite sure which ones. Girl Scout being one of them. For
Okay.
sure.
What is the trait that's like dominant in Blissful Wizard? Like, why were these two put together? Like, what do we look at? Like, when we get the Blissful Wizard, what do we get?
I think what the aim was, and I can't necessarily be head on talking for the people who made the strain, but I think
Alright.
their aim was to get super cookies because it's like double
Okay,
cookie
cool.
cross.
Okay, cool.
you know?
Okay, cool.
And then the Grimace OG, I'm not sure what the parents genetic wise are on that, but obviously OG
Yep.
being somewhere in there, probably a platinum OG, I would imagine. And
OG's so good.
OG is a killer, man.
So good, dude.
Puts me to
It's
sleep.
dude, it's CrossFit.
I love when people can just bond
Oh, yeah.
over fucking
Dude, me and Jedi were best friends by the time we got upstairs.
I know.
That's it. You know, OG too.
I walked in and looked at John and was like, "This is gonna be the best. We're gonna have so much fun right now."
That's it, and that's especially like so. Basically, you know, when we start to light up the Ryan's Revenge, the fun level is gonna go from here to here. So
is that what you brought with you?
That's what I. So yeah, this is for you guys.
Exciting.
So this is interesting concept, right? I lived in Northern California for about 6 years. Santa Cruz, Mount Shasta, San Francisco, and up in the hills we had this little kind of concept where it was we all smoked so much herb and we get so stoned that we would be like, all right, man, passing it, getting up and walking across the room is just a pain in the ass. Everybody roll their own.
Yeah,
Everybody
I like
roll
that.
their own and sit there and just smoke how you want to smoke. You know, if you want to put it out and smoke the whole thing all at once, whatever you feel comfortable with.
I like
I'm
that.
used to smoking alone.
Yeah,
So,
I usually do too. I smoke with John.
Yeah, pretty much. When we're here doing this. Other than that, I'm editing.
And I feel like it's like
videos.
dope, man.
Absolutely. So I didn't know we had a third guy here, so I'm gonna give you my joint instead. So you just, if you feel like you want to pass it around, pass it around. If not, no.
Oh, he's got his own.
No, you got to smoke this though. You got to try that. Oh, thank you, my friend. What is this?
Whatever you want.
Oh, awesome, awesome. And then if you guys want to, we'll try it out, right? We'll give it the mystery experiment.
Mystery experiment time.
If you guys want to roll that up too, feel
Cool,
free.
man.
That was donated. Mike was kind enough to donate that for our session here. So.
Yeah, shout out to
Like
Mike.
that,
We were hoping you
No.
guys were gonna come together, but some people schedule 2 things at once. Not a big deal.
And Mike right now is at the Paint and Bake, which is an event out in Worcester, and essentially they are doing a free paint session and a bring your own ganja type theme. So
That's cool, man.
Absolutely.
They have one of those down in the South Shore, I heard too. They're
They got
popping
'em-
up.
they're popping up
They're popping
everywhere.
up. I like it.
Yep.
Interesting concept. Art and cannabis go hand in hand.
Well, yeah,
So-
there was those paint bars were really popular. I went to it one time or twice with my wife, and
Right on.
yeah, it was an awesome time. You just have a couple drinks and you paint, and it's fun.
Yeah,
And they show you how to do it step by step. So like me,
Right.
who has no idea how to paint,
Right.
my painting came out great because I'm artistic.
Right on.
So I was like, oh yeah.
And imagine if you were able to smoke, man, in that process.
That's
You
what I'm saying.
would've-
I mean, I
came up-
did. Let's not
Yeah,
joke.
of course,
I
I'm
went
sure.
out front and was like, excuse me.
Of course, and I actually had been on a date to a paint night, and there was a plethora of alcohol on the bar laid out for everybody to drink from, and I had that thought. I had been like, man, I'm not a big alcohol guy. I like to focus on cannabis because of the euphoria and the
I
lack
agree.
of side
I'm not a
effects.
huge alcohol guy. I'm a occasional, like, if I go out, I'll have a glass of whiskey.
Totally. And
I'll have
to-
a glass of wine.
Right on.
I'll have
Right.
2 glasses of whiskey.
And to each his own. But do you have?
I'll
you
have a
guys,
half a bottle of whiskey
Hey,
sometimes.
Jumping
Like
concepts.
once.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of now they're making cannabis infused
Yes,
wine?
I
have
and,
seen
and
this.
beer.
And beer.
Yeah.
Beer too.
And
No
beer.
kidding.
Yep.
Yep.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
So whiskey's not. I mean, Williamsburg exists, so whiskey's not.
Dude, I
far
was
behind.
just
Now
watching
imagine.
the South Park where Randy is talking to Stan about his addiction, and he's like, "How can you stand there and tell me that while you're chugging beer?" And he's like, "This is a smorgasbord. It's wine mixed with beer, and it's classy." And he dumps it in like an Irish car bomb and chugs it and blows a whistle. And fucking,
Those writers for South Park, man, they're genius.
Oh,
they
funniest
really
guys on
They-
the planet.
yeah.
They are on some other shit.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of hidden, in my opinion, hidden intelligence and kind of, I guess,
Oh,
shots at-
that show's one of the fucking smartest shows
It
on
really
TV
is. It
by
truly
far.
is. It
I can't
truly
even
is.
It's our
believe it's still
favorite
on.
show,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's our favorite. I was just
Right
gonna
on.
say we've gone 15 episodes.
This
of
might as well
quoting
be a South Park podcast.
Yeah,
Right on.
we're
Hey,
basically a South Park podcast pretending to be a weed podcast.
That's great, man. That's great. South Park is closer to the truth than I think any other fucking.
Well, I say it
cartoon
all the
I've
time,
ever
dude. I'm
seen.
like, I can't believe they're actually letting them. Like, they can't know this is going on. They have to every week be like, trust us. I promise.
well, did you see
Right,
the
right.
Did you see the
right. There's
Play,
a couple.
play
of,
that one.
in the documentary when they had the 6 days to air and they showed how they make an episode in 6 days? They showed the public relations lady calling Comedy Central while they're writing it to kind of okay things as they're writing them because they don't
Right.
want to spend time animating them and they have them not be okayed for television.
Right.
And it was the episode where they're sewing like the people's asses to their mouths to make the human centipede, but they're like doing it for like an Apple project because they updated their terms and agreements and agreed to it on iTunes.
Right.
So
Have
it's
you seen the human centipede?
So
I,
it's like
I actually have heard somebody else tell me about this.
so
Okay.
so she's
it's
on the
very
phone
interesting.
with Comedy Central and she's like, Yeah, no, they don't show feces going into the mouth, but I can't promise they won't. Okay, yep. Okay, happy Easter to you too.
I can't promise they won't.
Now, what do you think was the deeper message that they were kind of trying to convey in that episode?
That's gotta be the most patient woman in the world.
I forget the real moral. They always give the moral away at the end.
Oh, it's that we're all clicking I agree to Apple and Google, and they're gonna own us one day.
And the joke was that everyone
read it but Kyle.
Like Butters came at him like, well, you have to read the terms and agreements, Kyle. How do you know? Like every day, he's like, you guys read them every day when they pop up.
Right. Yeah, will you just agree to stuff without reading it?
Right.
And that's
such a good concept.
And it's really happening. Like there's all this shit happening on the internet right now, kind of that we're not really in control of.
Yeah, I mean, all our apps, or at least mine, are auto updating. So I'm auto agreeing to all this shit.
Totally.
Listen, whatever you guys say, sure. Just ask my robot.
Right. And that's scary to me. That
ask my away message.
And I wonder if they almost are trying to share these messages in a kind of a laughter-based medium, because maybe they actually understand. Like, look how fucking retarded.
Well, absolutely. I think that we talk about comedians all the time, and we never put them in our comedians list because they're not stand-up comedians.
Right.
But they're probably the funniest people on there.
And they showed up on acid wearing dresses.
Yeah, to what the
yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
So they don't give a fuck about the standard Hollywood.
We hope one day to be taking acid and going to the Academy Awards in dresses.
And I hope to see you guys doing that.
No, we won't wear dresses.
Well, I mean, even if you get to the Academy Awards, just light up. That's like wearing a dress,
I feel like by the time I feel like this is like wearing a dress.
What I'm saying? Everybody looking at you. What are you doing, man? I'm fucking getting high. I'm not about to drink all that shit you about to feed me.
Right.
I'm getting stoned. Imagine that.
This is basically wearing a dress.
Dude, best quote all through 15. All
dude, you just made the top 10 we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
Oh, especially like
you definitely just made the top 10.
We were talking about down south earlier. Go ahead, walk down the street and light up a joint down south. It's like putting a fucking dress on and being a man.
Yeah, it's a whole different world.
What the fuck that's the devil himself.
Yeah.
Whoa, hold on a
look
second.
at these monsters. Smoking weed in public.
Right.
But they drink beer like the rest of us.
Right, smoking weed and wearing dresses.
Smoking weed, wearing dress, bunch of fucking hippies.
But yeah,
and then we introduce ourselves, and they're like, what are your names? And I'm like, Bobby. And he's like, oh, I'm John. And he's like, my name is Jedi Kush. And then we all get arrested.
Right.
Now we're in an Alabama prison for 40 years.
Turns out his name's not Jedi Kush at that point.
We found out his real name later on.
The government name came out. The government intervened with us.
His name turned into 4659325-43.
Right, real quick.
True talk, man.
That's sad, man. That's really sad. Like, this just turned sad. It was funny, and then it just went. It hit the
so
apex of funny and started
change
going.
That.
Let's change it. Bring the good vibes in with the ganja.
All right.
You know that.
This is only one lighter. This is one lighter.
Well, I got one. We got two at least.
Oh, we got three.
So yeah, speaking of that, I had actually got locked up a couple years back at right around the border when I was out in California.
That's not a place I want to go to jail at all.
By Border Patrol, because I was close to Mexico. I had a half ounce of ganja.
Like, what's your name?
They're like, get over there. That's it. You're a number. All of a sudden, boom, and it was.
You had a half ounce. That's it.
I literally had a half ounce in it, and I had my medical card, so I was allowed to have up to 8 ounces. But because it's a federal checkpoint. And it wasn't at the border. It was about 20 miles off.
Dude, those are illegal in the first place.
Say that again?
Those are illegal in the first place.
Oh,
yeah,
federal,
totally.
Yeah, those. What? Where?
Yeah, exactly.
Which country?
Yeah,
not this one.
No, totally. And it basically just took me by storm. I was hiking that day, and like to be imprisoned for ganja is such a reality check because you realize that, oh my God, I'm living in a system where they hunt you almost like they used to hunt the witches back in the witch hunts, in certain states that don't have cannabis rights.
This is tasty.
And that is a wonderful strain. I actually smoked on some of that earlier.
So I like where you're going with this. They're like hunting you.
Yeah,
in states that don't have cannabis rights.
Exactly. And so this is what I wanted to bring this up. We're all celebrating the legalization here in Massachusetts, and it's a beautiful thing. There's way less people getting incarcerated, way less of any of that suffering.
Which costs less money to the government that really shouldn't be here anyway.
Totally. And so, but it almost deters a lot of the cannabis freedom fighters from remembering that half the country's still getting locked up for a joint. Fathers and mothers are still going to jail because they're trying to self-medicate and not take pharmaceuticals anymore.
Right.
You know, getting their children taken away in
Which
states.
is bonkers. That's no, I even like.
It's still happening, everywhere. That's
why.
why.
That's off limits too. I don't want to talk.
Well,
about
all these, you'll see a lot more.
Don't go there,
It
man.
just got sad.
You'll see a lot more.
We just got sad.
Keep smoking. Keep smoking.
We just got to the apex of sad. We gotta go funny now.
That's it. I just made.
So
Maybe it's
what
'cause I
do
haven't
we
lit
get
up.
next? Is it
What
funny?
do
It
we
better
have
be a
next?
funny segment.
Weed can fix it. Weed can fix it. Perfect segue.
There we go. Because we gotta fix that sadness.
All right, so weed can fix it. John, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Another pun too. I like that.
You like it?
Yeah.
He likes
Weed,
puns.
Weed can fix it, man.
Weed can fix it.
Well, it's a
Weed
sign.
can.
It's a sign of
Together.
creativity, you know.
Together, all of us, weed can do it.
Absolutely can.
Um,
I agree with that.
weed can fix for me. I wasn't prepared for this, but weed can fix that that initial like anxiety when you meet new people. Like he just walked right in here, and now we're best friends, and that's because we're smoking weed, and we're all you all get that in common right away. So we can fix that social anxiety right away. Totally. I think it can make it worse for some people,
it
but
can make it worse for some people, but it can fix.
That all depends on the type of weed too. But
this is true,
and your mindset, where your mind's at,
right?
Because that has it definitely amplifies what's going on in our.
I feel like if you're an open person, it's all right. Because you're not gonna really change, and you're okay with being like, "Hey guys, I'm wicked fucked up."
Yeah.
Well, and that's what's interesting about the cannabis culture is kind of like you just said. We share these common bonds. We don't even know each other, but we know we kind of love the same thing.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That creates such a bond that like anywhere you go. I've traveled a lot. Anywhere you go, if you have a Bob Marley T-shirt on, you see Ganja family all over this world, and they really are so friendly to you. And you realize you're like, why aren't normal people doing this?
They're not Ganja family, dude.
Right.
They don't that unity. They're not looking and feeling that unity, but Ganja unites us like that. And it's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. Weed's awesome.
And then I feel like the social anxiety aspect, like I feel like those types of people, they probably already have social anxiety, and it just brings
amplifies
that out.
it.
Totally.
Yeah, because sometimes when I smoke, I hate everybody.
Absolutely.
Sometimes when I smoke, I'm like,
because I remember
none of you deserve my thoughts. Leave me alone.
Absolutely.
I remember in high school, a buddy of mine was gonna beat up his sister's boyfriend, not for the first time. This was like for something else, and he was waiting for him to come home and was just gonna beat him up. And then he got high because he was waiting for so long. And then dude walked in the door and he was like, "Hey, what's up?" And like took care of it a couple days later. You know what I mean? When he caught him at a different time, and like it literally prevented him from even wanting to get violent.
I like that.
And I've seen that a lot. I literally have seen that so much because it makes you more sensitive to what you feel, and then it makes you more sensitive to what other people feel. So
absolutely. I my wife and I, when we were younger, we would get into an argument, and I'd be like, "All right, hold on." One of us would roll up.
Definitely helps.
And we'd be like, "All right, ready?
100%.
All right, here we go." And we would be like,
apologize
and if you had the blunt, it was not your turn to talk. You know what I mean?
Like the old
and
native
like,
talking
you smoke
stick.
while you're like whoa.
like some sort of animal, yeah.
And you just kind of, and as dude, by the end of the joint, the blunt, the bong, whatever, like you keep packing it. Eventually, you know what we should do is we should finish up House of Cards. That's what we should do.
Completely shifts that you don't even remember what the fight was.
And it's like,
Why
that was a
we
stupid
fighting?
fight. I'm so happy we're stoned together.
Exactly.
And and is it a Band-Aid? Kind of. But like most fights in a relationship only require a Band-Aid anyway. It's like most falls with children. It only really requires a Band-Aid.
Right.
But people over-exaggerate them, and that's why they spiral out of control. That's why that's what it is. You know what I mean? But you smoke weed. You know what I mean? I get it. Like, good one, John.
The when we get angry, right? Our neurotransmitters in our brain, they start to fucking freak out.
Yep.
And that adds to a lot. That makes the fight a lot worse, and we don't even realize that. And Ganja settles all that. Ganja brings that back, almost like resets that. So it is. You could call it a Band-Aid, but I mean, truly, like techniques, I guess, like you both being aware of it and breathing with each other.
Well, I mean, aren't all medicines Band-Aids in a sense?
It's
because
totally,
you're not really healing most illnesses. They're just preventing them from killing you, or they're like, something like that, I guess.
Antibiotics is not a Band-Aid.
But,
No, that's it. Yeah, if you have a fungal infection or a certain...
Yeah, and I mean, there's certain things.
But, I mean, a lot of things are just, a painkiller, for example, is not really.
Yeah,
it's just blocking
Band-Aid.
your pain. It's not really healing anything.
Because if you're going to get to the root cause of why you have pain and try to heal that, that's a whole different process.
Right.
And that's an interesting concept too to talk about, because it's in our culture, we want the instantaneous now. We want to be fixed and cured now.
Yeah.
So, going through to really actually heal the root cause of a lot of our issues, and especially even mental issues, it takes a lot of time to actually do that work. And cannabis is kind of the I guess the bridge to the quick place that you would get to doing all those certain techniques to heal anyways. It brings you to that place where you're like, why are we fighting? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. And
what's the point
it's
of
not
this?
important.
No.
And that's what it is. And that's kind of what my point was with the relationship thing is like,
Right.
it's always, it's like, that wasn't fucking important.
And
I just had a shitty day at work. I'm sorry.
exactly. And then your truth comes out and you're able to self-express a little bit
you're
better.
good and you relax and it's good. That's awesome. I'm going to go next.
Yeah.
I'm going to go next.
Yeah, go ahead.
Weed can fix the NFL. Do you watch football?
Where did this come from?
I don't, but I know where you're going, and I like this.
Weed can fix
Will
the
Smith,
NFL.
man. Will Smith.
I mean, yep, a little bit of Will Smith, a little bit of just like physical pain, a little bit of just leaving these guys alone. And I mean, a lot of bit of like now they're not going to be getting shit faced and like beating the shit out of people and shooting people and
Their girlfriends
smoking weed. You're like, don't beat up your girlfriend and go smoke a blunt. We just told you don't do
It's
everything
funny.
else. Do
Right.
what we just said.
It's funny how
Smoke a joint
I mean,
with her and you won't lose your millions.
the
of
cliche
dollars
argument,
joint.
alcohol
Totally.
versus weed,
You
but
know,
like there's
the NBA
video.
does a drug test, dude. Those
There's
guys are all
video.
smoking weed.
There's video evidence of people drinking and then beating up their girlfriends in an elevator
Yeah.
and then playing football again. So
Yeah.
it's like
He footballed, but he was supposed to elevator.
right. He was
Neil
supposed to
Brennan.
elevator and he footballed. Right.
And
You
it's
like
crazy.
Neil Brennan?
I'm not familiar.
He's a
Look him up,
comedian.
you'll love him. 3 mics
Right
on Netflix.
No
He
kidding.
created
Very sick
Chappelle's show with Dave Chappelle.
Oh, right on.
So,
Oh, he's amazing.
but
Love
yeah.
Chappelle, man.
So yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
but there's no argument ever about alcohol because they're like, we tried it,
well, they advertise.
Well, they're like, we tried banning
Budweiser,
it,
all
But
those
if they
different-
allowed cannabis to advertise, you'd see that too. If they
you
allowed
would
it to
see,
grow
like,
the way it would go.
our new favorite athletes would be guys like Josh Gordon and be like, dude, I'm
Smoking
sponsored
weed.
by fucking Weed Co USA. I'm
Michael
sponsored by-
Phelps, man. Remember him? That
Michael
was-
Phelps, dude. Yeah,
man.
dude. Top athletes absolutely
Dude,
should be.
you ever
I
see
feel like
that
top
meme?
athletes should
Well,
be allowed
Usain
to do
Bolt said-
steroids. They should do
Usain Bolt said he smokes weed too. So, do you ever see that meme? It was like the fastest guy on land and in water. Both smoke weed. It's true.
The best pilots probably smoke weed too.
Fastest
Yeah,
guys in the air.
People, that age-old concept of, it's a drug, it alters you, it must make you dumber, you can't perform as
Once
it's
you go to
bullshit.
sleep, it's like wiped clear.
Right.
It's like a chalkboard. So anybody that might be watching this who doesn't smoke weed, it's not gonna happen.
No.
But regardless, if we look at,
They shut it off 10 minutes ago,
they were like these fucking kids.
That's
They
exactly.
were just like, I
But
don't
think
get
about
it.
like a chalkboard, and it's like you can write all over the chalkboard, and you can write your name, or you can write a picture, or you can do graffiti. But then like you go to sleep, and it's just wiped clear.
That's
Real.
true.
Just start again.
Alcohol, not so much. I
No,
wake up, I
after
feel like
that, the
fucking
chalkboard
shit.
Yep.
is like ripped apart. You got a text,
You're puking in
you
the
just
bathroom at the
broke
gym.
everything.
Oh, yeah, and we all know that. You're-
Puking in the bathroom at the gym.
and your wallet's gone. You fucking fucked up every relationship you had because you
Yeah.
said shit you weren't in control of. It's interesting that it kind of takes away from our awareness, whereas cannabis seems to turn
Heighten
up
it.
our awareness.
Yeah.
And that our country is in a lot of just humanity is kind of that's what we do to relax and party. Alcohol is so interwoven into those processes that it's about time that cannabis kind of makes its way back in and is like, hey, this is another way to relax and party more healthfully. And
Yeah,
without-
sometimes I'm a drinker. Like I drink beer often, but I don't
Right.
I'm not like a huge alcoholic. But like when I like to go out, and oftentimes it's because I want to just I work at home all day and I need to
Totally.
get out of my house, and there's
Totally.
nowhere to go but the bar.
Right.
If there was a cannabis bar, on the other hand,
You'd go.
at least I'd be going there at least half of the time
Right.
that I'm going to another bar. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Totally.
How
And
do you
now
feel-
I'm
have you been-
smoking weed. The same thing I would have been doing in here. I would have brought my own weed. I would have saved money. And I wouldn't have been, I would have grabbed some food at the place,
Right.
and I would have, had dinner and chilled there rather than watch the game there, rather than
Right.
bought $8 beers or
One
something.
of
you know?
my
Right.
dreams is to like open up like if if you were like Bobby, you hit the lottery and everything you wanted was legal, I would go and like spend the end of my days just owning like a pizza, like a sub shop, like a pizza shop that also sold weed.
Right on.
That I could just sit at all day and be like, yeah, you guys doing a good job. And
Get
just
stoned,
watch.
get
yeah,
your
just
sandwich.
Get stoned,
Get
grab like
high
a
with
slice
everyone
of
who
pizza.
comes in. Yeah, getting high with all the regulars, dude. How cool would that
Yeah,
be?
just
You
getting
know
ripped
that
up with the regulars.
the
Like, what's
old
up,
dude who
guys?
owns
You
the
could
sub
even have
shop,
medicated
Old
desserts,
Man
man.
Sullivan.
Dude, you have medicated you have medicated fucking pizza.
Medicated pizza.
Is that
yeah,
Old
they're
Man
doing
Kush's pizza shop down
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
That's Old Man Kush.
that. Oh shit, man!
He
He's
gets
out
high
here.
with all the regulars.
Heard that cheese pizza.
He gets
fucks
high
you
with
up.
all the regulars. Amazing.
Mr. Kush.
Mr. Kush, man. Kush, interesting enough, Kush was an ancient part of Africa. It was called the land of Kush, and it was right around where Ethiopia is. And now Kush is kind of transferred to the Kush we know, which is cannabis, and in the certain strain, the indica strain, which originates from the Middle East, somewhere up in Afghanistan. So
is it Nepal? Hindu Kush region? So it's like Afghanistan, Nepal's in that general area.
Yeah,
I'm not fuck you, I'm not a map.
You're not a
no,
geographer?
none of
I
us
know
are.
I know Nepal is in that region, and
Right.
it's over near the Himalayan mountains.
Totally. That
I
whole,
believe. I
no,
believe.
that's where essentially
Get the globe.
researchers-
Someone get the globe.
Yeah, we
Do
gotta
we have a globe?
That'd be awesome.
With a little
man.
globe.
Just a little spinning
We have a
globe.
globe?
Hold on.
Really, man.
Yeah, dude.
Good on the
Dude,
props.
This is a top rate podcast. You can obviously
we
tell.
got the fucking globe, man.
We have a globe.
Oh,
dude.
no shit, dude.
All right, so you can't see it, but
Take our word for it, though.
I need my glasses. Hold on. You take this. I need my glasses.
Yeah, I can see.
This
it.
So
awkward
you have to
pause.
take off your glasses. I have to put on my glasses.
This awkward pause is brought to you by.
You should just
Fronto
play by play
King.
announce it while we look.
We got
So
new
we're
flavors.
talking,
Like here.
Vanilla, grape,
Nepal's-
strawberry.
Where's Nepal?
it's a little
Right
ass.
here.
We got rally towels.
This general area.
Yep. So that's Afghanistan.
What's this one right here? Afghanistan, Pakistan. What's this one here? Can you see
India.
that?
That is Turkey.
Alright, I
It's
don't
like
think
cut in
that's
half
the
or
one.
some shit.
Where is it?
I think Nepal's over more.
Oh, here we go.
in
Here we go. Here we
Malaysia.
go.
All right, for anyone who's
This
just
is where I
listening, these
believe-
guys are looking at a
This is where I
globe in the
think it's
corner.
right over here.
Yeah, that whole
Super
belt.
stoned.
Yeah, India. Yeah, so Pakistan,
Yeah, it's over.
Afghanistan. So boom, right here.
Right.
Nice.
So where'd the weed come
Oh,
from?
Absolutely, man.
So where did the weed come
that's
from?
Ancient cannabis, man.
So we came to. We're pretty sure that's the Himalayan mountains, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
That's the
And-
Himalayan mountains. So we fact checked.
Well, that is where.
All that for that.
That segment was called fact check.
No, that's called sorry for wasting your time.
Well, no,
Oh, yeah, we do have a segment for that.
Researchers have shown that's essentially right now that's the oldest cannabis that we can like carbon date is coming from that area too. So it's.
Do you believe in carbon dating?
I knew he was gonna say
I
that.
don't know enough about it.
Because I don't.
I don't know enough about it. I don't believe in a lot of the science stuff. To me, is
Speaking
is,
of not believing in stuff, you don't believe in cell phones?
Oh man.
Oh, man, you just that's
a whole. So
Hold on, what was that? Not supposed to go there?
no,
Oh no, not yet.
It's just I could really get into that. So it's not that I don't believe in cell phones. It's that I have done a lot of research and I have seen with my own experiential knowledge in life that cell phones basically have altered us as people and
100%.
a lot of processes and kind of, in my opinion, in a bad way. And
Right.
even though it allows us to connect more in certain ways.
Oh, we're conditioned to.
Yeah.
And that even the side effects, like the ill health effects of us interacting with these huge frequency fucking radiating devices, there's a lot of stuff that we're not really thinking about with
Right.
it. So I've had a cell phone for most of my life,
Right.
but more recently I have done a
You
lot more
digressed,
research and gotten into it. And so I'm just trying to take a break, just to
I
you
got
know.
friends that do that here and there for months at a time.
Totally.
For me, like I work on my phone and on my computer all day long. So
Right.
my break off my phone is this hour of us doing this.
Right
I'm
on.
like the opposite side of the spectrum. I'm like, oh, finally, I have an excuse not to look at my phone for an hour, and I'll get back to everybody then.
And that's how
Right.
most
It's like,
people are.
I know
you
it
know?
sucks, dude. I feel like a slave to it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Like if that
I wake
like,
up in the morning and I get a
Britney
text. I'm like,
Spears.
shit, I didn't do that yesterday. I forgot, and now I start my day off like, fuck, I gotta, immediately gotta do that before I had anything else planned. You know what I mean? Do anything else I had planned because I'm whatever.
I mean, most people wake up and
check their phone.
check their
their
phone.
fucking
It's the
Instagram
first thing.
mostly.
Check their Instagram. Like something fucking amazing happened with a bunch of their friends.
Right. And that's and
Because
then
everyone's got that FOMO shit, that fear of missing out.
Everybody
Everyone's
has
got
that, and then everybody's putting their like best self on there. Do you know what I mean? Like if you look at our Instagram, that's not our best self. We're way better.
And like, are we really sharing with the world our authentic selves, or are we sharing with the world
like who they want to be, right?
Exactly.
See, that's something we do though.
Right.
No,
I mean,
our
culture.
Yeah, we're honest.
We all do it. You know, I mean, even I do it, and I've done it. You know, we all really have, because we're all participating.
It's
in
like
this culture,
what's the Dave Chappelle joke where he's like, you ever talk to somebody so fake they make you fake? They're like, hi, how are you? You're like, oh, I'm fine. How are you?
Right, that yuppie shit. I've been there before, man. You almost feel that vibe kind of leeching off, and you're like, man, this is.
All right, now that we're on the cell phone, I have a separate question that's equally as important, I feel. What's in the fucking pouch, dude?
Very interesting.
I've been holding on to this one. I thought we were going to talk about carbon dating and how I didn't believe in it. But
no, we don't need to
this is way more riveting than...
What we have here...
It's going to be a golden joint, dude.
This right here is a crystal. It's called an amethyst.
Yep.
These crystals in the... I wouldn't call it a religion, but I'll say in the ancient philosophy of shamanism.
Okay.
They hold a deep connection with the earth. So essentially, wearing the crystals creates a deep connection within my body with the earth. So it's kind of some people will do it for protection, to protect themselves from what we would call negative vibes or just negativity, and some people do it just to look cool. You know, just
like anything else.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to
no.
to get you like you're trying to look cool. No. I knew there was something in that.
Totally. And it's they call it absolutely.
I did.
And were you like surprised that I pulled the crystal out?
Yes,
you were. What did you think was in that?
Weed,
right. So I used to
just the general setting. I just kind of thought it made sense.
I used to always carry this. I had this APX wax pen, and I'd have a whole wax set up, because I would smoke
just keep it right in the pouch,
and I would keep it right here with my crystals. You know, today.
So do you when you go to festivals, it's like pouch,
of course,
laminate
stuffed in there,
laminate underneath. Like, that's my ticket.
Yeah.
I don't have time to use my hands for that shit.
You can, you know, if you need
festival.
If you need to, you just put it under the shirt. You know.
It's true. I never tuck my shit.
Well, it's not. You don't have to. Fuck fear. No fear, right? You don't need to be fearful.
I don't wear shit. I wear a shirt sometimes.
That's it.
So
Man.
I occasionally wear a shirt.
And then the other thing is basically the company that Mike had side branched out on, which is called Shamans, Commodities and Consulting, he has a lot of these types of tools for personal transformation that he's going to have available to the public, and then he'll be gifting ganja alongside of a lot of those things, and crystals, specifically the amethyst, he will have a lot of.
Nice.
And so so we're just trying to basically kind of connect people back to an ancient way of thinking that is kind of growing on this planet right now and coming back, and we feel that cannabis is a huge part of that, you know.
Right on. I agree. I think cannabis is a huge part of damn near everything.
Get your crystals, get your cannabis, get your sage, you know what I'm saying? Get all trippy hippie. You get back into that mysterious, spontaneous feeling that we used to have when we were wild, you know? Because I feel like cannabis kind of inspires that in a lot of people, too.
When we were wild?
And when we were just free. We were free people.
You're not free?
No way. You think we're free?
You think you're free?
I don't think I'm free, no.
I mean, I don't think I'm free, but I think I'm free. I'm free here.
Right.
So I'm free.
Right.
Ooh.
No, that is some deep shit if you actually break it down.
But we're technically not free. I mean, according to the law.
Right.
But mentally, I feel like you can still be free.
Absolutely.
I'm free. You're pretty free.
Absolutely. Ganja helps with that a ton.
It definitely does.
The mind
the fact that this is now actually okay to do this, I feel a lot freer than I did a couple of years ago.
Totally.
Hell yeah.
Couldn't be on camera weekly smoking this shit, fucking
totally
giving it out. You know what I mean? People bringing it over and whatever. You know what I mean? That would have been illegal.
It's gonna be crazy to watch the natural migration of people,
right?
Due to the way things are changing,
right?
Because there's gonna be states that are like, no, we don't want that at all,
right?
And there's gonna be people that, you know what, I'm going there. Fuck this place.
Absolutely.
And there's gonna be people that are like, dude, fuck this place. I'm going back. I'm going to Massachusetts to go smoke weed. and not get arrested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like there's going to be like an exchange of people.
And that's true because that's why 9 years ago now, I had gone to California originally so that I could
so you could not get
It
arrested.
affects tourism and travel and all that too. Cause
Absolutely.
About how like, what do you do when you go somewhere? I'm like, I generally only go places weed are legal for the most part now. Makes things easier.
I'm the same way,
Like,
man. And it sucks that we have to have that fear, because we should be able to freely. And that's what I'm talking about, the freedom thing.
Don't get me wrong. I'll smoke so many blunts in Alabama. I don't give a fuck.
I will too.
I will too. Blunts in Alabama.
But I don't want to be that guy dealing with the other end of that, and the fact that people still have to go through that. We still got to fight that fight for our brothers and sisters out there who haven't experienced the freedoms we have now.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
Whole human family, man. So 7 billion.
It's a lot.
7 billion people.
That's a lot of mouths
What's
to feed.
Christmas like? It's changing.
Only about 1 billion show up first off.
That's it, man.
The rest are assholes. What's this?
No, the rest.
I still don't want to
believe
smoke
in
it.
fucking.
See, we got that past the Dutchie vibe, man. No matter what. There you go, brother. Thank you. That
The
stuff's
rest
so
celebrate
tasty,
different
man.
He was
holidays.
like,
That's what I was
he
saying.
was like, here, take this, smoke when you feel like it. And I was like, I will smoke when I feel like it. And he's like, hey, or you can smoke right now.
Keep it going, man. I think it was Cat Williams who he was talking about smoking with Snoop Dogg, and he said that motherfucker. There was 3 people in the circle, man. There was 5 blunts going around. And I always remember that because I'm like, man, that's how I like to smoke on my best days.
I mean, I get it. Yeah.
I don't blame you.
When I don't have shit to do, and we got a bunch of good people, we got a bunch of good ganja. It's good to sit down and kind of just smoke the fuck out,
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to do when you're stoned?
Play music, definitely.
Oh, dude, I like that answer.
Listen to music or play music?
Play music.
What do you play?
I was literally just thinking the same answer, so I like that answer.
I play all types of music. I have
What
What
instruments?
instruments can you play?
I play mainly Native American flute, guitar, and I do a lot of vocals. Right now, I'm actually in a band called Budafly, and it's kind of a fusion. It's based off of reggae, but it kind of has a rock tinge and a hip hop tinge to it.
That's cool.
As I grew up,
So like an American form of like ganja reggae.
Totally.
Cool.
Yeah,
You can use that.
Yeah, and a lot of the music has been written and inspired by cannabis.
That's dope. Dude, there's a whole like sub-genre of music now that's just going to revolve around just like the
I feel
cannabis
like all
culture.
music revolves around drugs for the most part. Not drugs like this is a drug, but like
I mean, only the best
people
music
getting
revolves around
fucking
drugs.
high in general.
Yeah, man. Most music made has a lot of times people have been in altered states. That is very fucking true.
Or like if they're not altered on drugs, they're altered on severe hardship and emotional terrible. You know what I mean? Which,
They're sad. So speaking of that, have you listened to the new Post Malone album? It's very sad.
I have not.
It's really sad, man. He needs some friends.
This is now the second week in a row we've talked about how sad Post Malone
What's
is.
the song?
I mean, I'm sure he's happy with the success and all that, but like, dude, that's a sad. Dude, you don't write that if you're not really sad, man. It's a sad album.
Have you guys heard the song like "Fall Apart"?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a sad song, man.
Albums? Yeah, so I feel like when I heard that song,
It's only gotten more sad.
Yeah, and
I take Fall Apart and make it an album.
No, totally.
That's what happened.
And I felt in that, I'm like, man, he's like a good kid or a hippie who's in a scene where he's got to be somebody he's not, and then he's around all these fake women that don't really love him for who he is.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
So you've heard the album.
So
you've heard the album. That's it.
Yeah, no,
I haven't.
I know.
Nope, you have.
That one song,
You definitely have.
Fall Apart. I know that so well with the women certain in the music scene a lot. And in scenes like Hollywood, you got a bunch of artificial bullshit.
Oh yeah,
and
man.
if you're a real person,
it's
that's
very
gonna
tough.
Fuck your head up.
It's very tough. That's a thing that happens.
So it's like it is. I guess that album, if it's sad, I guess it's.
He's sad, man. He's
when
a
you
friend.
Guys are sad.
We still have
this
is the second week in a row open invitation. We won't even film it, dude. Just come
come
get stoned with us. We'll you like sports or something. I don't know, whatever you like. We'll watch Dragons, whatever you want to.
Post Malone, man. We will get you so
don't
high.
chase the dragon.
You don't know what's sad.
We will get you you'll get more high than I think you've gotten in Boston. I'll say that.
Absolutely. Did you guys see him? He did one of his shows here. He did a Nirvana cover. I thought that was really fucking cool.
House of Blues, yeah, he's really dude. He does awesome stuff. I like him. This is a good segue to the next one. I think. What did we just do? Oh no, we didn't.
We're
This
on,
is not a
Weed,
good segue.
still on Weed Fix It?
No. We're on. What was your favorite?
Things get a little,
What's your
That's
favorite
good,
song
that's
this
good.
week?
That's
That's
favorite
creativity,
song
man.
this week.
New segment. What's your favorite song this week?
Favorite song this week.
Because like the favorites, like let's kind of before we get into it, like, are you
What am I
we
listening to
listen
this
we listen to music kind of similarly. So like I'll listen to something and I have to like live inside of it for 3 weeks, and I'm like, oh, that's I get
I'm
it.
over it now. Yeah.
And then I'll just like throw it away and move on. It's like it's in me now, so I can move on. Like I've
Right,
experienced that.
Right.
So
Yeah, I understand that.
you know what I mean. So like I have favorite songs for like 6 weeks at a time.
Right. For me this week, it's got to be the Kevin Gates EP. So mostly that song Vouch, but all 3 songs are fire, and I've been listening to that nonstop. So that's it'll be different next week. I'm pretty much already over it. Next week it's gonna be something else.
You want me to go? Or you want to go?
No, you go.
All right, I'm gonna go next. Right now, my favorite song this week is "You Could Be Mine" by Guns N' Roses.
Right on.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was with this dude on Saturday, and I started. It was nice out. I threw on some GNR. I was like, ooh, this feels good. Feels good.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's a good song because I was a kid when Terminator 2 came out, so I always like identified that song with like being a badass fucking 15-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like to me, it's like that's what cool older kids were doing.
Music will take you back to like a memory so fast.
So
fast. Like a
fast.
time and place when you really come from like. When you first, like, I can, remember, like, skipping school specific days to pick up specific albums, and, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah, man.
So I really remember, like, every day that, like, something
Marshall
dropped,
Mathers
or
LP. I was
whatever.
like, you're right, school. Fuck yourself. I gotta go pick up this album.
That'd be funny if they could, like, see the fucking absent rate of, like, teenage boys when an album like that came
When an
out.
album like that, dude, I wonder what it is. I bet it's very high.
Well, now not anymore, because it just comes out at midnight the night before, and they have it.
And they all have it. Yeah, they're listening to it on the way to school. What a bunch of pussies.
Download
Dude.
it off iTunes or something, you know. It's a different world now.
Come to Jedi Kush camp for kids who can't get off their fucking phones.
That's it, man. That's it. We'll hike your ass up a mountain, bomb you out with some ganja, teach you about meditation, make you look at the stars all fucking
All right,
night.
21 plus. 21 plus.
21 plus. 21 plus. Yeah. When we say kids, we're just
Young. We're old.
young adults.
We're all 47.
Young vets.
Young vets.
young vets.
Young vets. Young youngs.
Speaking of vets, have you guys heard the work they're doing with post traumatic stress disorder and the vets out and cannabis out in
Yeah, with
Colorado?
cannabis, absolutely,
It's
dude.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
We spoke to my cousin and his wife.
Whoa.
What?
What's your favorite song this week?
There you go. Good catch, man. That was a good catch. This week, I'm going to say a song called Smile by Ian Young and Hyrie. It's a reggae song.
Okay.
It's just a very bright, positive song. And Ian Young is a very successful, talented producer that I have, me and my band have started to work with a little bit. So
That's really cool. So you've been kind of jumping into his shit.
Totally.
Nice.
And the vibe, it's a wonderful vibe. You know?
Cool.
It's that sunshine vibe.
Nice. Sunshine.
Absolutely.
We do sunshine. Hence the towels.
Sunshine's a good thing, you know. Well, you got Hawaii and San Diego and California. There's a lot more sunshine. There's a lot more of that bright.
Is it true there's no bugs in California that fly?
Absolutely not true.
Is it true that there's no bugs in San Diego that fly?
Man, I feel like
people like leave their windows open and shit.
no, I feel like I got bit by mosquitoes still in San Diego.
Man, mosquitoes are the fucking worst.
Maybe not in the city, but like right outside of it for sure. That'd be interesting if they didn't have bugs that could fly, because then
What would happen
there'd be
if-
no fucking bees, and then we'd have no avocados, we'd have no crops getting pollinated, you know?
That would be interesting.
It'd
All
be
right, so
fucked
that's
up.
not real at all. So whoever told me that was completely wrong.
Yeah, that's an
I didn't believe it, so I just wanted everybody
New
to know I didn't
segment,
believe
Ask
it.
Jedi Kush.
but Ask Jedi Kush.
That's the Kush master, man.
Send in your questions. and
I'm
we'll-
no guru though. I'm no guru. I'll give my best. That's what I know.
That's for what we do. That's fine.
That's awesome.
What do we got next?
We were gonna talk about PTSD, but I feel like we've already talked about like, a
We
lot
could
of really
save that,
sad stuff.
so-
We just talked about Post Malone's album. How much
Yeah.
sadder can it
I'm
get
not
from
trying
here?
to get sad. It was a nice day out today.
So I'll
It was a
know
really
that
nice
though
day.
when I'm
I'm trying to
heartbroken,
get
I'll
sad.
put on his album to resonate and realize, you know, somebody else feels this fucking bad too. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like he feels worse.
That might
So it might make you feel better.
that might make you feel better. Totally. You know, sometimes you're like, wow, man, somebody's got it so much worse. I gotta fucking smile again. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Well, yeah, because you listen to it and you're like, he's a millionaire and I'm all set.
Exactly.
Yikes.
Rich
Exactly.
and sad.
He has a song called Rich and Sad.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Lyrics are,
I don't want to go home. Big house all alone.
it's just the loneliest
It's so
fucking
No
funny.
shit.
Dude.
I'm gonna have
It's
to
not
listen
funny. It's
to it.
sad,
now.
but
It's not
funny
sad,
that it's
dude,
like,
but
it's
like-
funny that everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah, everybody else is listening
Cheering.
to it, and this kid's just like screaming from a
Cheering for his
stage to
demise.
thousands of people, and nobody's there being like, "Hey, dude, do you want to like kick it for a little bit?
Yeah,
like,
that's
I don't
that-
need to put this on the Instagram. I don't give a fuck."
That's that
He
scene,
needs
man.
Jedi Kush to show up and be like, hey, I don't even have a cell phone. You want to go for a walk, dude?
Post Malone,
real,
if,
man.
if you
For
hit
real.
us up, you tell us where, we are gonna send Jedi Kush to pick you up and bring you here, and we will clear all of this shit out, and we will just put up John has a sick TV, and we'll put it in, and we'll watch
We'll just hang
TV,
out.
and we'll play Madden or
No
whatever.
hidden cameras, no Instagrams. No one will even
No
know
trying
we hung
to,
out
no
with you.
trying to like use you to boost
Yeah,
ourselves
no,
or
like, you
get
just look-
promotion.
yeah, you just
we
need the
just
friend.
want you to
Right.
fucking. We want to
No
get you so
phones,
high
no
that you
phones.
make a fucking awesome happy album next time to counter that Saturday.
Yeah, and
right?
I feel like I want to say this. He's gonna hate us
Gonna
if he
make an
ever
album
sees
about
this.
no.
But I want him to not hate us.
No, you.
He's gonna make an album.
We know
about
you-
One
if
night
you
out
s-
with us.
It's hey, we
I
ain't
just
hating.
want to go on
It's
talking seaweed.
that was a good hook right there, man.
I mean, you know,
I just want to go on talking seaweed.
if Jedi Kush likes it, I'm in.
Now, you guys know seaweed is like super
Super healthy, so good for
so
you.
fucking good for you, and for
It's
cannabis.
weeds in the name, dude.
For
It's good to
cannabis.
Oh, yeah,
The
absolutely.
actual plants, kelp extracts, and all types.
Oh
of
yeah,
seaweed.
great man.
Unbelievable.
Lots
man.
of kelp. You see a lot of kelp
You're-
in like
you're
the
welcome.
good brands. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You guys are smart, man. That was one of the first things when I heard about the name. I was like, man, I wonder if they know about the benefits of seaweed.
Oh fuck yeah, man.
There you go.
That's
We
the
do
first
know
thing
about
he
the
thought.
benefits.
That's the
Yeah,
first
I
thing I'm
like
like
the
that.
way you
wonder-
like that,
I
yeah.
wonder. Oh, they're a cannabis brand called Talking Seaweed. I wonder if
Talking
they know the benefits of seaweed.
Seaweed.
And we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do.
And because now
Are you a
lot of-
vegan?
I bounce between vegan and vegetarian because sometimes I do
You need a pizza
on the road.
sometimes. You're like, fuck.
Every now and then I will like something like a slice of cheese pizza
Yeah.
or something, even though it's fucking garbage for you. Or like
I just profiled the shit out of you, and
No.
I was right. I
yeah,
just
you're
wanna-
you're spot on, man. And I haven't eaten meat now in like
I thought he was gonna say
9
I've been
years.
profiled
But
before.
actually,
We're on very different diets. I'm only eating meat now, and I'm losing
Right.
weight like crazy.
no, and so this is another interesting thing to talk about is the fact that carbs and sugar, which makes up the
That's what I've
majority of
cut
our
out
diet, are
basically out of my
bullshit.
diet.
And
I
if-
eat vegetables. I eat meat. That's it.
do you source your meat consciously and get good meat like
I do my
grass
best,
fed?
yeah, the best I can,
Right.
given where I live.
Right,
But,
right.
I mean, I live like somewhat in the woods, but we don't have a lot of like cows. We have
Right.
like cranberry bogs and stuff. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right,
I
right.
live on the south coast, so
Right.
it's like, you know, we don't have like
I'm high as a
accessibility.
motherfucker.
You know what I mean?
I haven't
Oh,
said
yeah,
anything in
absolutely.
like
Good
10
herb,
minutes.
man. Fire, brother.
But
Fire.
we shout out to the guy that offered us pork in exchange for what I guess like studio time.
Oh,
That's all
what
we
did he
have
want?
available, but.
Yeah, I
He hit
know.
us up on I know.
He must
And,
have a pig farm or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I asked him.
Yeah.
We talked about it. He
but
hit
he
me up.
broached it like you. Go ahead.
He said, "You like pork, bro?" And I was like, "Look, "I'll read it. Let's read it."
Go,
No, I won't read it. I won't read the episode. Send us whatever you want. I won't read it.
So
Um,
wait, so you didn't want to take the trade? You wanted to
Well, he
do-
thought about it. He asked
I
him,
asked
but it
him,
was
I
just
said,
funny. Like,
where did you get it? Like,
It
I
came out of
entertained
nowhere.
it, and he was like, "Dude, are you really entertaining this right now?" I was like,
Because
"Yeah,
he
what's
was
this?"
like-
he was
he
like
was-
50 chickens.
he was like, "Y'all want meat or something like that, or y'all want to trade for
You
meat
like
or
pork,
something?"
bro?
And then like it
I
was
got
like,
a bunch of pork I'm willing to trade, and I was like,
You know what,
unless,
dude?
unless you're a politician, I don't want your pork.
Is it-
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Jedi
Dude,
knows.
so if you leave a fucking pork chop in a bowl of water for 24 hours,
Another pig grows.
it's
Small pig.
it will fuck your head up like looking at it. after.
Why? What happens to it?
There's these bacterial worms that just grow like huge, looks like strands of spaghetti. Like
Oh yeah,
within, like,
I don't really
hours,
fuck.
like,
Yeah, I don't really fuck
It's
with pork.
it's a
Pork's
dirt.
no good.
The pork, the specifically swine is a very dirty meat. You know, whereas like
course.
do you fuck with? You don't do bacon either.
no, I do don't. I'll say this.
You
I
do a
have
little bit of
fish.
bacon,
No, I have eaten fish.
No, let's
So
talk
I've
about
eaten
bacon.
salmon.
You
I
have
haven't-
bacon, right?
Dude,
Have you never had bacon?
Dude,
Ever?
So remember the medicated bacon that came out?
New segment. Get
guys-
Jedi some bacon.
You guys are
You've never had any fucking bacon?
No, I have. I grew up on bacon and all that
Oh, all
shit.
right.
Totally,
Dude,
totally.
I was like, right, dude? I
No,
was
of
like
course.
upset. I was like, this fucking kid went through his whole life and nobody's ever been like, hey, try this out, man.
Now, did you guys have that medicated bacon that was going around like a year
I
ago?
have had some, yes.
Yeah.
That's
also
weird.
had a
So
little bit.
I that was the one time where I was like, man, it's medicated. I want to try it, but I just can't cross the line.
Oh,
I
that's
can't.
that's strong.
Can't do it,
strong.
man.
Yeah, that's good,
I
man.
fucking love animals, man. I love they're so,
Is that why you're a vegetarian?
yeah, dude. I used to trip a lot when I was younger, and just being stoned and smoking a lot of cannabis. I just have this empathy for animals, like that's unbelievable, you know. And I can't like stop that. And so even when I start to think about that, I'm like, all right, I just gotta stay away from anywhere where the animal.
I can agree with that to a degree, like to an extent, like.
Our
I have
culture
all my
runs
friends,
off of meat,
like, you
but-
know, like who are vegan always say that they would eat meat, you know, if they had to or whatever, you know.
Right.
And I'm thinking the opposite. I'm like, if I had to get my own food, I'd probably just grow it because I don't want to kill animals. And I don't like vegetables at all now, like for the most part. And I'm big on like chicken and steak and whatever. So it's like I'd have to completely change my diet because I don't want to do it myself because
Right,
I'm
right.
like soft about it. You know what I mean?
Right. I did before.
I'm the outlier.
Right.
No,
put
that's
a deer,
okay.
I'll put a deer down and bring it to my house and eat it with my family.
Are you super? So like the Native Americans used to hunt deer, but
Yeah.
they were very grateful. They used every part of it.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Is when I went and I took a bear, like 2 years ago probably.
Black bear.
Black bear.
No kidding.
Huge black bear.
No kidding.
300-pound black bear. And
No
this was
shit.
in September. So like, imagine how big he would have been before he went to sleep.
Right.
Big bear.
Right.
Mean fucking bear.
Come after you.
It was a little testy.
It was like South
from one
Park,
end of
like
the
they're
room to the
coming
other.
right for us.
Yeah, no. It wasn't like that.
Was it? Did you?
He was. So this is what happened. So I went up there with a friend of mine took me on a guided hunt, and these guys had like just dogs, and I was like, it doesn't feel like that's like a sport. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's not really like as sportsman as I'd like. You
With
know
the
what I mean?
dogs?
Like yeah, with the dogs.
Yeah.
Dude, I was wrong. That was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy, dude. Those dogs are so impressive. They're like the stars of the show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they eat bear. Like they fucking live to go get them.
Now,
some
did they-
bear.
did
Like,
they fight
dude,
the
it's-
bear?
Oh yeah, dude. They
Really?
get fucked up.
Really?
And they don't give a shit. They're like, oh, there's fucking. They're like a pack.
See, I
of,
wouldn't
they
wanna-
They
yeah.
come at them like a pack of wolves, dude. Like it's amazing. They literally they have they'll send the first dog out,
Right.
and that's like the number one
Yeah.
dog. Doesn't matter what happens, they'll make it back.
Right.
Like they know how to get home.
Longest dick
you know
in
what
the
I mean?
game,
Like
right?
it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
You know
Fast
what I mean?
motherfucker.
And then they'll go like confront the bear. And these are big fucking dogs. They're
Right.
like coonhounds kind of.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
just like big, like fucking
Yeah.
built. And dude, they go out there and then like once you hear once you hear them like start going nuts,
Right.
they'll go get her, and then they'll let fucking 4 other ones out or 3 other ones out, and dude, you show up and they're going off, like it was.
So
wild,
did you
man.
even
It's-
have a bow or a gun?
I had a gun.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So
sure.
did you shoot the bear?
Yeah, I shot the bear.
But the dogs are like
The
essentially
dogs
less-
do all the work, dude. They
No
did. I
kidding.
just like walked through. I pulled the fuck out. So I mean,
So would you?
I actually did all the work, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Would you do that would you put your dogs in that position?
I wouldn't. Fuck that.
I that's my issue.
Well,
with
here's
it.
the
I
thing.
can't- I have
Here's
such
the
my
thing.
heart.
If I had a dog, right, I would have a dog that would be my hunting partner.
Right.
So would I put them in that position? Yes, but they would also get training, like to
Yeah.
listen to me, so that when we're in a situation like that, I got you. Like you're my fucking partner. We're alone in the woods for hours together. Like you're my friend.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I have a thing. I have chickens. I have cats. I don't have a dog. But like everything that lives, that's at my house.
Yeah.
I take care of.
Yeah. Totally.
That's kind of how I look at it. You know what I mean? Like if
Right.
if my land is my kingdom
Right.
and I'm the king,
Right.
well then these are part of my cats and my. So I try to like take care of everything.
Do you
If you're
actually spend?
outside of my kingdom though?
Things
Sometimes the
change.
kingdom needs to eat. You know what I mean?
I feel you. So, do you spend time with the chickens?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we all do.
They're kind of cool when you actually like tune
No,
into
they're like
them.
little velociraptors.
They are.
They're
I've had that
crazy.
thought, man.
Yeah,
I've
they're
had that
crazy,
thought.
and they move like them too. They're crazy.
Yeah, that cluck, that.
Yep, and they all like
dinosaur,
in unison. Like one will go, and then they're like,
Yeah.
and then they all fucking go, and then they're all like doing this shit.
And that's honestly, in my opinion, it's better than you.
But
getting
when
it from
so
the
now
supermarket.
so this is what will happen. So they'll be raised.
Right.
We'll take the eggs.
Right.
So we'll live the eggs. And they'll live a fairly good life. They're free range, dude. They
Right.
fucking walk around, do whatever they want.
So they eat worms, grass.
They
shit
eat
like
whatever
that.
they want, dude. Yeah, whatever's in the woods, because
Right.
I live in the woods. So
Right.
whatever's in the woods is what they're eating. And my cat's out there. My cat's a monster. Nobody fucks with my cat.
Right,
So my
right.
cat like runs that area. You know what I mean?
Is your cat a hunter?
Oh, his name is Hunter.
Oh yeah, cats are the hunter.
And he's a lion.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that's like their little world. And then when they are at the end of their life, fry them up.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes. And but that's what it is. And it's understood thing, man. Like it's a lot better than what would happen if they left.
Oh, I mean, and no,
Right.
to be honest with you, dude, like,
And I'm not going to do it in a way that like they get. Okay, so first of all, this is the thing that everybody needs to understand.
We've been on this for a bit.
Have we?
Yeah, on the
well,
animal thing for a
yeah.
minute. But you don't have. Dude, it's better for you to do that.
They wouldn't kill
than-
animals. I would. Moving on.
Yeah,
Let's go.
moving on. I was gonna say.
Dude
though,
went from trying to not be so sad to just fucking.
now we're on the animals and shit. We're like, no, but if you doing your own chickens,
I'm
helps-
high as hell.
helps
Sorry,
the
I was just
fucking
quiet
earth.
for like 20 minutes.
Oh really? Yeah. No.
because you're not buying it from all these big companies who don't raise them like that. You know?
I mean.
It's way worse coming from somewhere else. Obviously,
Exactly.
You ever seen fucking? They get 20 million documentaries if you want to go fucking watch them. You
Right.
know, nobody wants to see that shit though.
No. And I mean, it's good chicken, and it's crazy because I slaughtered like 30 of them for my mother-in-law, and she was like, "Oh, you want to have chicken tonight?" And I was like, "Hell yeah! It's just the freshest, best chicken I've ever had in my
Right.
life. Like,
Right.
what do you think I killed them to not eat them?
Right.
You know?" And it's crazy because it's funny because right before I say like a little prayer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm
There you
Catholic,
go.
so I'll say a little prayer and I'll just be like, I appreciate this. This is not. I'm not out here trying to be like a monster. And just,
Right.
Totally.
Right.
I'm not like
Totally,
just like
man.
killing chickens and leaving them in the road.
Fucking
like,
hate chickens.
Fucking
All-
hate chicken.
Hey, all life
Punching them in the face and stuff. And
all
calling
life
them
comes from
slanderous
life.
names.
All life comes from life. So if you look
Yeah,
at it, if
man.
you look at it like this whole earth recycles
It's energy.
itself.
Yeah, and it's all
and if
gonna
you're
come. And
thankful for it-
eventually, I'm gonna die. If everything goes well, I'm gonna be. They're gonna plant a tree
I'm
on
gonna
top
die
of
if
me.
everything
Right,
goes
right,
well.
right.
You know what I mean? They'll plant a tree on top of me, and maybe that tree will drop apples off of it or some cool shit. You know what I mean?
Absolute.
And then
maybe
those
it'll be a ganja tree. People be smoking that bud and seeing your ghost, man. Like how high?
I mean, if it's socially acceptable to the
Remember
point where
that
my grandkids can come to said ganja tree, but this is the thing, like,
Maybe they will. Let's hope. For
yeah,
that.
but once you harvest that tree, it's gone. But if you put like a strong oak,
Up here in the
there
Northeast,
for-
that's true.
you
That's
put
true.
you put a nice oak there.
Shows
that's-
over and he shuts everything off by pounding the table.
It's like an explosion, like
All right.
four. All right, sorry.
No, all
Alright.
good.
Old viral videos, you got any?
Oh
Old
man,
viral video.
What's your favorite old viral video? Nothing before like 2007.
Oh man,
Up to 2007.
I don't tune into that stuff too much, but I'm gonna say the what was it? What kind of animal was it? There was this thing on a certain. It was like a honey badger.
oh yeah,
Oh
the,
yeah, that's a good one.
That was
Yep.
fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
I still remember.
no one
that.
knew what the fuck it was until they seen that thing.
And it was a gangster ass little
Right.
badger, man.
Dude, badgers are
hunting giant
badass.
snakes and all sorts of crazy shit, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. On that video, and then somebody
Right.
did like a weird ass voice that animated behind it, and it was kind of an interesting dynamic.
It's funny. I
That
don't
was- when
have
was
anything
that?
off the top of my head. What do you got?
Remember, I mean, I don't even know if this is a viral video. This is just old.
Something we saw on the internet that everyone's seen.
All right, yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Remember peanut butter jelly time?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
That was
every-
like one of the first ones.
It's
like, to
peanut
fucking
butter
go
jelly
viral.
time, peanut butter
I actually
jelly
do
time.
remember
Where
that.
you
That was in like
where you
Family
at?
Guy
I
and
do
shit. That went
remember
so
that.
mainstream after it went viral on
It
like
did.
it was like one of those E-Bombs World sites or something
E-Bombs.
before
It was just a
before
fucking
it was
banana
like
You're going
screaming
way
and-
back,
before it was like
Yeah,
YouTube,
E-Bombs
you know?
was the
It was
shit.
like
E-Bombs
before
was the shit, totally, man.
before like YouTube was really a platform at all, you know?
Yeah, no, it wasn't even like I didn't even know it existed.
E-Bombs World.
I knew E-Bombs World. And what
Dude,
was the
that-
other game that you could? There was one. It
Everwood.
was like minute games or something like that. Where you just like quick ones you could play in the computer lab at school.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. My
I know I know what you're talking about. I remember that one.
Yeah,
it was
you
like
just-
little cheap digital fucking.
Yeah, and it's like little like stupid games that you can play. Like hit the space bar and use the fucking
Yeah.
It was sick.
No, I don't know. I was ill prepared for this segment.
You can just make one up right now.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
float through the
have you ever seen the guy who got super excited? He loved trains, and he was like out filming like old trains that were coming by his neighborhood, and like there was one that he wasn't expecting, and I guess it was a rare train. And he like was losing his shit. I don't even remember what he said, but he sounded like he was like coming. He was like, "Oh, it's a blah blah blah. It's a 1910." Da, da, da. And he was losing his shit, and like I remember that blew up just because it was like, who the fuck,
That's hilarious.
like.
Show somebody getting so excited over a fucking train.
Yeah, it was like him
what
filming the video, like hunting trains, basically. You know what I mean?
Right.
Train hunter.
Like
And then
ridiculous.
to have that one where you're
It
like,
reminded me of the double rainbow guy. We've all seen
Oh,
the
double rainbow
guy,
guy was awesome.
what was that, a YouTube video?
Yeah.
It was this dude. And he
Starting
was
to look like a triple rainbow.
he's
Oh
like,
my
"Could
god.
be a triple rainbow." Like
Is
he
that
got
like-
real. Like, dude, he was so joyous of this double rainbow, and then he caught a glimpse that it could be a third, and he like, he could be a triple rainbow.
Like,
he
he
gets
sounded like he
really
started to
excited.
cry. He sounded like he started to cry. He was
Yeah,
like,
it was-
starting to
it
look
was
like a
intense.
triple rainbow. Oh my god. And
Where,
it was just
where
like,
was the video filmed?
it was
You
a
know?
national
Yeah, I
park,
think it was
huge
on,
dope view,
Tosh
really
Point
cool.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think is
and
where I
then
saw
it made it on Tosh.0 and stuff. It was
Yeah,
it was
that's
pretty
right.
big.
It's from.
It was.
Have you guys ever seen a double or a triple rainbow?
I've seen a double rainbow.
I've seen double. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen double rainbow.
There was actually
Pretty
a
cool.
perfect rainbow over this double rainbow over this wedding I was shooting in Boston on like a balcony.
That's
they
pretty
had their
sick.
whole
Rain on the
reception.
wedding day, and
It was like it
double
wasn't
rainbow?
raining yet, but it was like one of those venues that had like, you know, they had the hors d'oeuvres and a little setup makeshift bar outside, so it was just like for cocktail hours.
November
really the only
rain
time
wedding.
people would be out there. It's pretty cool, man.
November rain
that's
wedding.
Guns N' Roses, right?
Yep, of
You
course.
were listening to that album recently, right?
I have been.
You say
fuck
that.
with
I
Guns
like
N' Roses.
Patience.
What I tell you the other day.
It's a beautiful song. When you're fighting with
What
your
a-
girl, that's the fucking
Dude,
song
it's
right
just,
there.
dude, I said to him, I was like, this is probably one of my favorite songs ever.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
What else we got for segments? We got our
November Rain was Axl's masterpiece.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Do we do favorite song of the week? No. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did. We did. And then
We're fucking high, huh? We're high today.
yeah. Oh, people who don't want to win.
People who don't want to win, fucking people who don't show up, fucking like,
You don't want to win.
like, and just do the things in their control, such as, you know, being on time and doing things they say they're gonna do when they should be doing it, and, you know, I guess just people who, you know, late. People who are late all the time.
Procrastinators?
Procrastinators, lazy people. They don't, you know. The more I'm lazy, the longer and more comfortable I get being lazy. It's harder to get going, you know.
Totally.
When you're in that routine, you're good. But, you know, people don't want to win. They don't have that ambition. They just fucking, they're just
Motivation,
like,
man.
they're
That's
like
why
content.
yeah.
Like, I don't have work today. I'm not getting out of bed.
Well,
I'm like,
but
how do
that's-
you live like that, you know?
That's why you see, like, there's still guys like Julian Edelman that are, like, my size that are in the NFL. But that's because when I was like, I'm going to go drinking with my friends tonight, he's like, no, I'm going to do 50 million push-ups this weekend
Totally.
so I can be
Totally.
in the NFL. You know what I mean? It's
Absolutely.
that drive.
It
So
is.
I drive
It's
to
the
do it.
ambition and the.
I bet he shows up to practice on time. Just
I
saying.
bet you he's already there before practice starts.
Yeah, he's probably there
practicing.
doing extra stuff.
Practicing before
You
practice.
gotta if you want.
Larry Bird used to practice before and after practice.
That doesn't surprise me. Probably Michael Jordan.
You ever
too.
seen the videos of Larry Bird before
Mhm.
games running laps around the Boston Garden? It's amazing, dude. It's Larry Bird just running around like I'm about to go win the shit out of this game.
Right.
After
That's
practice, dude, doing them.
Well,
After practice,
he was
shooting
one of the
threes.
greatest. That makes sense. You know, practice makes perfect. That's
Amazing.
a classic.
Speaking of that, Celt's got a big game coming up real soon.
Good luck.
But what else we got? We got some questions to ask you at some point. I think we'll do that last.
Right on.
Um,
That stuff is very flavorful.
It is
it's really good.
killing my throat. That's usually a good sign.
What would that? Thank you for that other one I smoked too. That was very flavorful as well. I couldn't pinpoint it, but
We got just the questions. Is that all we got
I
left?
think that's all we got left.
Well, good
I
because
mean, we can do whatever we want until the questions.
I mean you could just run through the questions. Probably. I mean,
Yeah, I gotta throw my glasses.
it's getting late. Got shit to
Glasses.
do. Got shit I could be doing. Got better shit I could be
I got
doing.
better shit to
That
do,
was a
man.
quote on one of our
Shit to
podcasts.
do, bro.
Yeah, one of our podcasts, John was like, dude, we have better stuff to do.
I got shit to
It was
do.
It was just
cool
me and
too.
him. We didn't have a guest. It was just me and him, and we're like late night recording. I'm like, dude, we got better shit to do, and like turned it off, and like that's how one of the podcasts ends.
That's
Because
a
it's
good- that's
true
a good
though,
ending.
because we really did have, and we went and worked. We didn't just do nothing, but we
Oh
had
yeah, no,
other,
everything in our podcast.
we had other shit to do.
It's true. It
We
either
did.
has happened or is in the process of happening.
Absolutely.
Because I listened back to some of our first stuff, and I was like, dude, we just spent the last 20 minutes talking about the stuff we should do.
Right.
And then I was like, good news is all of it's done. So.
Right.
All right, you ready for these questions, dude?
I'm ready, brother.
They're all fairly straightforward. We
Right on.
We usually put people on a timer. I mean,
You got 3 minutes.
We'll see how you do.
Let's do it.
If you go freely, we don't like to put constraints on people, but
We got it. We got it.
all right, ready? Bong or bowl?
Bong.
Papers or blunts?
Hemp papers.
Flowers or edibles or dabs?
Rick Simpson edibles, so extremely strong edibles.
Blonde or brunette?
Both.
Good answer.
Yeah.
At the same time.
That'd be even
That was
better.
implied,
For
right?
sure.
Okay, cool.
That would be wonderful.
Same time as implied.
Okay.
That's why I said good answer. If that was not what you meant, then bad answer.
No. Yeah, same time. Absolutely. Got equal love for both, too.
He's trying to win.
I'm trying to win. I got that ambition.
Fruit Loops or Cocoa Puffs?
Neither one, they're GMO.
I love
This is
it.
the best.
Which means genetically modified, which means, like, don't eat that shit.
Pop-Tarts or Toaster Strudels?
Same thing, genetically modified.
All right, have you ever eaten them before?
When I was a kid, yeah.
All right, well, which one do you like better?
All right, when I was a kid, okay.
We
all
get
right.
the point, Jedi
I
Kush,
was,
but stop.
dude, I was that kid that ate toaster strudels and literally like put fucking all the sugar packs on one toaster strudel.
No, throw the other one away. Who the fuck needs that?
And my family hated me because they go to make theirs and they'd be like, "What the hell? What happened to the sugar packs?"
Right.
And it'd be like,
Oh, those are
Yep.
gone.
Yep.
"Little sugar
All right.
crackhead, man."
All right, so Toaster Strudels was your answer.
Yeah,
Did
we're
you
good.
like Fruit Loops or Cocoa Puffs better?
I'd say Fruit Loops, man. I was a Fruit Loops dude.
All right, answer like that.
Honeycomb. I love honeycomb.
Honeycomb, okay,
Yeah,
fair
I'm just
enough.
saying now though. Now I'm like I don't
Now we don't
fuck
do
with
it,
that shit
right.
no more. you
No,
know?
okay. So
He doesn't want to be on
disclaimer,
record saying he eats
doesn't wanna-
that
he
shit.
doesn't fuck with this
Exactly,
stuff anymore.
exactly.
He doesn't fuck with this shit anymore, but he has past experiences.
He don't want
We're
anyone
going
to
for
think
it.
Jedi Kush is condoning Cocoa Puffs or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
You know what I mean? 'Cause
Exactly.
he's
I
not.
don't condone any of that
This
shit.
is all pre-Jedi Kush.
If they got organic versions though now, and that's a different story. I
Organic
guess, you know?
Cocoa Puffs?
Yeah.
Are they good?
I haven't had the Cocoa Puffs. I tried the cinnamon toast crunch
Are they made
because a
with
friend
cocoa?
had it. I would imagine it is real cacao.
Yeah. Cocoa's. Do I have to call it cacao?
I think there's a difference. I think
What's-
cocoa is like processed cacao, whereas cacao like is straight off the bean, the actual cacao bean.
So they process it and it becomes cocoa.
Yes, it goes through a long processing,
That's so funny.
and it loses.
I
a
don't know
lot.
if it's because I'm stoned or
No,
the
it
situation,
loses-
but that's hilarious.
Have you guys ever had raw cacao?
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
fucking super strong,
I eat
like, bitter.
I eat fairly fucking healthy. I
Yeah.
eat meat, but I eat healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
I-
friends used to make a raw cacao coconut oil treat that was medicated. That was unbelievable.
Interesting.
All right, we're way
The
off.
cacao gets you jacked
red,
up.
red or blue Doritos?
Red. Say it again. Oh Jesus.
You know that. You know.
I'm gonna say neither one, man. I'm gonna
No,
say neither
no.
one.
Which one? Back
All
when
right.
you were eating Doritos, what were they?
Back when I was eating Doritos, I'll
They
go
already
with
have the disclaimer. You're not condoning this
Cool
stuff.
Ranch. All right, as long as I don't get clipped and it shows me being like Cool Ranch, toaster strudels. Like fuck, bro.
I mean, it's going
Don't
to
eat
now.
it, kids. Don't eat it.
We're gonna
No, that's
have
such
it,
a
but
good
we'll send it
idea.
to you.
Yeah.
only. How's that?
No, you're all right. You guys
All right,
do
so
whatever
yeah,
you
so
do
I'm gonna
creative
keep.
wise.
I'm gonna keep going with these questions, but we're gonna assume he doesn't like any of these things, but he's just gonna answer. Winter or summer?
Summer all the way.
Do you condone winter?
I moved to California to get the fuck away from it, but then when I came back, it was kind of cool at first, but then it
Okay.
gets old real quick.
Beach or
Cold.
mountain?
Oh, I'm at like that's like the blonde or brunette both. I love nature.
What beach on a mountain?
Is there a beach on a mountain somewhere in Hawaii or something?
I feel like you'd have to go to like the Himalayas. Do they all stretch all the way to the Indian Ocean?
We get that Kush.
Get some Kush.
Get some Kush,
I
man.
mean, you'd be home. That's where your people come from.
Yeah. Finally.
City or woods to live?
Oh man, woods.
City or woods to visit?
Woods.
Beer or liquor?
Oh man, shit! That beer better be medicated because I don't normally drink alcohol. You got medicated beer though now,
They
right?
do, yeah.
That's the thing.
I'd try it. I would try it. You know,
Home or the bar? Okay, home or cannabis bar?
cannabis bar all day.
Indica or sativa?
The majority of my uses is sativa because I'm a stay conscious and aware type, but I do use indicas to sleep.
Okay.
So, but sativa.
I
So
guess-
it's not simple answers with Jedi Kush, man.
Yeah,
No,
no,
not
we're
today,
going
not
to shorten
today.
them down. I'm just going to start asking questions over you. Yes or no? I think I know the answer to this one, too.
Yes.
Yes, you do eat GMOs.
No.
No, just yes or no generally. I'm just kidding. Not GMOs.
It's just yes or no, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
no,
why
I
I
was
was
just
like,
kidding.
whoa, what just happened?
No, I know we're all high. I was just kidding.
He's just fucking with you now because you were worried about
That's
it.
where, oh, dude, I'm super worried. No, I'm more worried about the fucking planet because if you know what I'm saying. No, I'm
No, that was a loving laugh. That was a laughing.
no,
with
it's
you.
all
We're
good.
laughing
Even if
together.
even if you're laughing at me,
I'm
I'll
not.
stand
I'm
by it.
very, very strong not.
Yeah,
But that
he's
was
owning it 100% anyway.
He is.
Yeah.
No, that's
That-
hilarious.
we're
That was
laughing
just funny
with
the
you,
way it
trust
went.
me.
No, 100%.
That was
Laughter's
funny
good
to me. That
even
was funny to
with
me.
or at. It's good either
That
way
was
for
funny.
us.
No, it was just a good.
I'm
I laughed as a
more worried
transition.
about
It was a
the
good
planet.
transition. Dude. I was impressed. That was a good one. All right, TV or book? I don't even want to ask him any of these questions.
What do you think? No, what do you think now?
He's such
What do you
an
think on that
interesting
one?
individual.
TV or book for a guy after you've kind
After
of
we've been hanging out all day long, I'm gonna go ahead and say book.
You're on point. You're
Yeah.
on point. Love
I feel like I
books.
should just guess.
Love books. You could do that, and I could
How about new segment?
That's
I
like
asked
psychic.
John what Jedi does.
intuitive
all right.
intuitive readings of Jedi,
All
Right.
right, we're gonna keep
and
going.
I can confirm or
Snapchat or Instagram?
I don't have either one.
All right, awesome. Sports or the arts?
Wait, Ganja Shamans has an Instagram though.
That was the right
So,
answer.
so
that was the plug point.
there we go.
At the Ganja Shamans, I think there's a couple underscores.
At the Ganja Shamans, yep.
Sports or
somebody
arts?
took the regular one. Arts.
Arts. Sweatpants or sweatshirt?
Just naked. Just gotta make it interesting.
Let's go, Bobby. Come on.
Hey, as long as we got,
That's so good.
you got it.
Movies these days too long.
I haven't watched a movie in
All right, stay or go.
7 years. 7 years.
Stay or go.
Stay or go. I'm gonna go. 'Cause
Paint or color?
It's a tough one.
Dude, those are very similar. I'm gonna have to say.
Very similar.
You're the first person to call us out on that.
That is very interesting. I paint, I guess, for the paint bake that Mike's at. Mike's a painter.
Oh yeah.
That he's doing that paint bank that I was talking
cool,
about.
cool.
Getting stoned and painting fucking
All right,
masterpieces,
so
you know.
Yeah, right on.
We'll
Do
see what he-
you
we'll
like
see what he comes out with.
animals? Do you like animals?
We went through that.
Went
I
through
love
that?
animals.
Sharks or lions?
Lions. Sharks are gangsters, though.
They are gangsters.
They
You training or walking?
Am I what?
Training or walking?
Training like on a train?
Yeah.
I'm walking.
Do you like space?
Love it.
Sun or the moon?
Sun.
Day or night?
Love the sun, but the night has a lot of open space.
So day or night?
Well, the day divides the night divides the day. You guys remember that? Come on now.
Day or night, dude.
All right. Day.
Fair enough.
Hey, I
I
had
thought
to
you were
give
gonna pick night.
Jim Morrison. I had to throw the quote in, you know.
Yeah,
I thought
love
he was gonna
it.
go
I
day.
love it.
So you thought
love
night?
it.
I thought he was gonna go day.
sun.
Ocean or land?
Land because of those sharks you're talking about, man.
All right, cool. Socks
can't-
and
I can't
sandals. Do
fight
you
them
wear
all.
them?
Barefoot.
Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
definitely. I have
Do you believe in
moccasins on.
aliens? These are his questions.
Oh,
right? These are good ones.
I think aliens created us.
I mean, fair enough. Do you believe in science? Obviously. No?
I think a lot of it's way too linear, and it cuts off
agree.
spontaneous kind of intuitive stuff that maybe could be further studied. You know.
And they stop checking things.
They
that
do,
they've all
be-
accepted.
Exactly, and it seems to be something that
And they can tell us how many millions years old this thing is based
It-
on a machine that they made
That's-
40 years ago.
that's right, exactly, bro.
That's
I'm
what
like,
drives me
what
nuts,
the
man.
fuck? What do you? How
All
are
right,
you?
now I'm off topic.
So
This is-
sure.
This is where we were going earlier.
Go ahead,
This is
yeah,
why
no.
it was like a little.
Off topic can be good though.
It can be.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you believe in life after love?
Life after love.
Yes.
Do you believe in life after? No, man. I've almost killed myself over some bad relationship. No, I'm just kidding. I do believe in life after love.
Oh, man. That was dude, he gets real sad. He brings you way up here.
Post Malone, man.
And then he just Post Malone.
Post Malone, man. I'm
dude.
with you, Post. I've been there, bro. I'm with you. But I'm happy again. So, it's just, there is life after love, totally.
All right, Jungle Book or The Lion King? I hate Disney.
Disney's a brainwash.
It is.
Don't let your kids watch that. No,
It is, but which movie do you like better?
Dude, Lion King was fucking tragic, dude. So
I mean, Jungle Book's about an orphan that lives in the jungle with bears and
I know, but
snake trying to eat him. But
he was very accepted though, and like he was loved.
I mean,
Whereas, dude, when I saw Mufasa die, I was like, oh.
Shere
I
Khan
was, like,
didn't really
6.
accept him.
I remember that. Do you guys remember? Yeah, that's true. He put up some trouble. So I'm gonna say Lion King just because it was so emotionally provoking.
All right, no doubt.
It's
Pizza or burgers? Back when you were eating burgers.
Or no, say pizza because I can get
Alright,
a cheese
only-
pizza
alright.
or something. You
All
know?
right, fair enough. Pasta or salad?
Salad, of course.
No, I'm just gonna skip Coke or Pepsi.
Go ahead. Coke or Pepsi? Jesus. Ooh. Worst corporations in the world. Be careful,
All right,
folks.
dude, breadsticks or rolls?
I love this.
Breadsticks, man.
Okay.
Breadsticks. Well seasoned, some garlic.
I feel like
Yeah.
this is the first honest answer I've gotten.
Yeah.
I'm just a straight shooter on that one.
Chocolate milk or strawberry milk?
Wow, man, I used to love both. I don't drink anymore, but I used to.
You don't drink milk?
I would do when I was a kid. It was strawberry milk.
Okay.
It was strawberry milk. That
Coffee
Nesquik.
or tea?
Tea, yerba mate. You guys ever heard of that?
Nope.
Stronger than coffee.
My buddy
Literally.
runs a tea company. He would definitely have heard of this.
Yeah, I'm sure. Ask him about it. Yerba
Yeah.
mate. But if you guys like the stimulating effects of coffee, yerba mate is way cleaner for the body, and it basically alkalizes the body, which coffee does the opposite.
Does it really?
And it gives you a way stronger energy.
Cool.
Without the crash.
I'm going to
That's
need
awesome.
you to write that down
Totally.
before you leave.
Anybody, dude, in the West Coast, it's mad people who
She's like, I
smoke.
don't fuck with pens, man.
A lot.
The instrument of the...
I don't fuck with
Bit of
nothing.
oppression.
I don't mess with anything, all right? I just get high in the woods.
That would be awesome.
No, but people on the West Coast drink it. This is like a canned version of it. It's a huge thing on the West Coast, and a lot of people who smoke cannabis love drinking yerba mate while they smoke cannabis. 'Cause it helps them kind of, especially when you're smoking an indica, stay more awake, yeah.
No doubt. Do you wear a scarf?
Only when I'm naked. Sorry, no. No.
All right.
I just wanted to give the visual of a naked man with a scarf on.
Sneakers or boots? If
Um,
you had to wear one, you're going inside
me see.
to a restaurant.
Can I say moccasins?
Yeah.
Moccasins.
Are you a weed snob?
Depends on how well I'm doing financially. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a really fair answer.
If I'm rich, absolutely. Crazy weed snob.
Do you buy stuff?
Do I buy stuff?
That's not on the
No.
list.
Walmart or
No.
Amazon?
Fuck, I'm
They're
selling
both
myself
bad.
out.
They're both bad.
Amazon, I'm going to say Amazon just because they carry a lot more, they carry a way wider range of health products and organic food stuff and
So you're on the record as saying that
even hydro
you
equipment
are
and stuff
you
like
don't
Well, they
like
bought Market
Chinese
Basket, right?
slaves,
What-
but you're cool with robots.
Or what did they buy? Market Basket or
No,
Whole
I
Foods?
hate
Whole
robots,
Foods.
man.
Amazon
Fuck.
bought
Do
Whole
you hate
Foods.
robots?
So, dude, I'm literally, dude, Terminator, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
trying to stop that now. That's why I got my phone. I don't have the phone.
You ever heard about
because-
stopkillerrobots.com.org?
Is that real?
It's a real one.
No shit.
They're
You-
voting on the UN. We talked about it on the podcast.
We did, actually.
Dude, and that's a good topic to cover because that's gonna determine our fucking future.
Dude, they're gonna have killer robots at the UN.
The DARPA robots. Did you guys up? That's probably what
Oh,
that's
man.
about. The DARPA developed robots that they basically harness bio matter as a fuel source for battery power. So essentially, it can draw energy from dead bodies. It can draw energy from dead wood, from anything.
Oh, that's
And that's
what?
a
Why
real.
the fuck would they build that?
This is real too, and but it's not being
What are
put
we gonna
out.
do with all these bodies when we kill them all? Dude, we'll make a robot that lives
fuels
off of
itself,
them,
but-
and we'll just have them kill them all.
for warfare, it doesn't surprise me that they went to that level. You know,
I need to get them. Now I gotta get. I was like, oh, I gotta get some guns to protect myself. I'm like, oh no, now I need
some fucking
lasers. I need to
lasers.
fucking kill a robot. Now it has to be.
Right.
Now I need to
get an EMP.
I gotta employ the Hulk.
It's been the longest
There's
one
gotta
we've
be-
ever
Dude,
done.
this is you're the only person that's ever like, because some of your answers I can't even just keep going. I have to stop for a minute. I have to like
I'm
pause.
sorry, guys.
All right, ready? So this is the last part of the questions. Let's finish this sentence.
Okay.
I love
Women who are egoless.
I wish I could have more.
Rosin.
My favorite holiday is
Indigenous Day, which is now on what was Thanksgiving. I
wait,
believe it's
what?
called Indigenous. I believe it's called the Indigenous.
That's Columbus Day.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Indigenous Peoples Day? It's Columbus Day.
Indigenous Peoples Day is Columbus Day?
Yeah, dude, Thanksgiving's awesome. It
Really?
celebrates friendship between all people.
Wasn't Thanksgiving like in certain cities rewritten as the Indigenous
No,
Peoples Day?
it's Columbus Day.
Really?
I believe so.
I gotta double check that. I thought
Yeah.
it was the opposite. I
Dude,
thought it
don't
was
come
on
on this
Thanksgiving.
podcast attacking Thanksgiving.
No, I didn't attack. I didn't attack there's.
Thanksgiving to me is part of Christmas, and Christmas is my favorite holiday.
Did you say-
What's your favorite holiday?
Did you say
Indigenous
genocide
Peoples Day.
giving?
No.
Did you say genocide Thanksgiving?
Dude, all right. Do you want to do this? We can do
No,
this.
hurry
Just
up.
kidding. I'm sorry.
No, not you. Not you.
I got a whole.
I know, I was
love-
asking him. I was like, you want? I'll do
You're
it.
I
supposed
love-
to run through these.
I love Native Americans, so I if I could go back, I'd be chilling with them. I'd undo all the technology. I'd be smoking some
Yeah,
fire.
outlaw Josie
yeah.
Wales, man. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean,
That's-
I'm here
that's the
now,
lifestyle.
though, so yeah.
I live in indigenous land.
Here's the town, man.
Let's go for it.
You gotta try. You gotta try.
I think of blank before bed.
I think of my ex-girlfriend. Actually, I shouldn't say that on camera.
Do you have you listened to Post Malone lately? Because there's a lot of signs that are saying you are listening to
I'm
Post
just
Malone.
kidding. I think about the moon.
Fair enough.
I think about the moon.
To his ex-girlfriend, I think he's thinking about you.
She is the moon. The ex-girlfriend.
It's nice.
One of those hippies.
I use can't do. I use my cell phone blank times a day. If I was a wizard, I would.
Feed all the starving children across the world and put clothes on their back and give them some dank ass cannabis.
I mean, he could do it if he was a wizard. That'd
Yeah.
be sick. If there's any wizards out there that aren't doing that, they're kind of dicks.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
feel like that's
Exactly.
like something you gotta. Oh, there's people that don't have food here.
Exactly.
That's the first thing you probably do, right?
Totally, man. Totally.
If
See
I was a
suffering, address
superhero,
it.
my power would be
teleportation.
what's 6 times 8?
48.
What's the Talking Seaweed podcast is the best because
Because you guys are creative enough to use a pun in your name, which promotes healthy seaweed and promotes people seeing more weed, more ganja, and becoming more aware of a sacred, beautiful plant that's going to help heal this entire planet once we actually...
And let me fill you in that there's even more hidden puns in that name that you don't know about yet.
What do you
That'll
got?
all make sense. It'll all come out pretty soon.
Okay.
You'll see.
Okay.
But
I felt
there's
like
more.
it was
It's
really
deep.
clever.
It is. It's deeper than that.
it's super clever.
Notice how I just did that.
We're like we're like eventually when South Park ends, like in step us.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
No,
We'll see.
Speaking of which, if there's
you
any
guys got a
animators
dream.
out there listening, we need help with something. We need some
You
animators.
guys
Animators?
animate?
Yeah.
Talk to us. Animations, we need 'em.
Please.
All right, that's cool. That's probably it. Thanks for coming, brother.
That is it,
Absolutely.
man. Thank
Hey,
you.
Thanks for having me.
Follow the Ganja Shamans.
man.
Look them up.
Thank
Buy
you.
a T-shirt.
Thank
Buy
you for the
whatever you need
Ganja
to do.
Shamans. Thank you for the fucking bud and
Yeah, Ryan's Revenge, man. Blissful Wizard, cross Grimace OG.
yep. And we
Fly
talk.
away.
Yep, he said yep.
Fly away, man.
Tastes great. All right, cool.
Is there anything you want to say before
Oh.
we go?
Just want to say we're playing at my band Buddha Flies playing at Scientific in a couple weeks out in Western Mass, a big reggae festival.
Where's that?
Come check us out. I believe it's in. I'm not quite sure what town it is, but
Well,
Scientific.
send us the link and we'll
Anywhere.
put the
All right,
description in.
it's past Framingham.
We got
It's
10-foot
far,
ganja plant
but not
playing.
too
We got
far.
the elevators. We got Roots of Creation. We got a great set list, so it's gonna
Cool.
be awesome. And then also just big ups and big shout outs to Mike. He's done a great job and being an awesome ganja shaman.
He has. He didn't do a great job in coming tonight, but it's cool.
He took the art route tonight, so he sent me
that.
as
some would say this is art.
I mean, some would definitely.
This
say
is art. No, this is
cool,
art.
Mike.
But
it's
he's.
We got you, Mike.
We love you.
It's all right. Man.
It's okay.
You can come next time.
All right, thanks, guys.